season?
Well, it's tough. I mean, because when you face a division opponent, especially a team twice in a year, there is no surprises. They know exactly who you are. The DB knows exactly what your favorite moves are. You know exactly how the DB is going to play you. When he's in press coverage, you know exactly how he's going to play you. When he's off, you know exactly how he's going to play you because you guys are so familiar with each other. It's dang near like you practicing with each other because you play each other 2 times a year. So, from that standpoint, everybody's so familiar with each other. The pass rushing moves and all that, they know Rashawn Gary's moves. They know that. And same with Rashawn Gary. He knows those guys. So it's always tough when you're going up against opponents that know you other than opponents that you don't play often. So it's going to be a chess match tonight. That's how they always are. But what I will say, Dennis, is when you know you are going on the road, your energy, your effort, your attention to details, all that goes up because you basically know that you're going in there by yourself, and as a team, we know that when we are going on the road, especially when we're going on the road to where it's buildings we know the Green Bay Packers fans can't take over, we know that, hey, the 53 that's in this building on this sideline, we in here together, and let's go out here and let's fight and let's play extremely hard.
So my last questions here I always enjoy the most because they're not about the Packers. It's just a free-for-all. Mike, who will be the Bears' next head coach?
Well, apparently maybe it won't be Bill Belichick who might take the North Carolina job in college. I don't have a good answer for that. They better make the right choice. They've got their quarterback, and they have enough talent around to make it work. If they make the wrong choice at head coach, they waste the number one. And Caleb Williams is showing that he can be a very good NFL quarterback. I think he's having a very good rookie year. He's not the problem. If they hire the wrong head coach, there will be a problem.
Wes?
Dennis, there is one guy and one guy only that would scare me if the Chicago Bears would get him as the next head coach, and that's Ben Johnson, the guy that the Packers are going to face tonight with the Detroit Lions, their offensive coordinator. He has been waiting. He has been trying. Last year it seemed like he was sort of the belle of the ball then. Decided to come back here, see if they can finish this thing with the Lions, but I've continually said it. He will be a head coach in the league next year, and if I'm the Chicago Bears, that's who I would have.
You got to wait then, right? I mean, that's the other part of that equation. You'd have to wait.
Waiting is fine.
Yeah, you're okay with that.
I know that's the other thing too. It's too many. Not to interrupt your point, Mike, but too many times these coaches are. It's like, okay, someone's going to go into the playoffs, and people rush into head coaching guys way too often, way too fast, and then they end up settling for somebody that maybe isn't the best candidate. I think Ben Johnson is going to be worth the wait for whoever gets him. If it's Chicago Bears, it would make me nervous.
And there's a very good chance, too, James, that Aaron Glenn will be a head coach next year.
Yeah, I am 100% with Wes. I think the whole Bears organization will be extremely stupid if they do not go and wait and get Ben Johnson. You have a franchise quarterback in Caleb Williams. Stop hiring defensive coaches. Go get you an offensive-minded coach to put in a plan to help this young player succeed in Caleb Williams. We all seen what Jared Goff's look like. Jared Goff was sent to Detroit by Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay to die. Ben Johnson said no. All right, I am going to put in a real good plan for you. We're going to get this ball out your hands. And I don't know if y'all watch the Lions, but he be dialing up some plays. He is the only option. I will wait for him until the end of time. I don't care if it's Super Bowl. I don't care when it is. He has to be your next head coach.
So the final question here is red meat for James Jones, but we'll start with you, Mike. It's a two-part question. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers just turned 41. A, should he retire? And B, will you watch the three-part series about him on Netflix?
No, he shouldn't retire unless he wants to. And B, yes, I'll watch the Netflix series because I've always been intrigued by who he is. I don't always love it, but I've always been intrigued by who he is. So, no, he shouldn't retire. He gets to decide that. And, yes, I will watch the series.
Wes?
I will not watch the series, and it has nothing to do with Aaron. It is no disrespect to him. We have way too much Aaron Rodgers content out there right now. I mean, we went from when I started covering the Packers to Aaron didn't like talking much about the personal life and everything else that's happening to now we got books, we got shows, we got podcasts, we got all this stuff. I think I'm okay on that side of things. And I will say this, too. I think Aaron should retire. And the only reason I say that is he has one of the most impeccable, tremendous legacies in the NFL. I know people want him to win another Super Bowl. I understand the pressures that come along with that. He has the best passer rating in NFL history. Aaron has done everything there is to accomplish. Maybe he still wants to chase that. Maybe he still feels like he can do it. But there's a part of me, too, that just wonders, when you're 41, 42, are you just chasing it a little too long? So I don't think it takes anything away from his legacy if he would step away after this season.
James, you know him very well. The thing that I was thinking about the Netflix series is they thought he was going to be good and the Jets were going to be in the thick of things and they'd have a ratings bonanza in December. Well, now they don't really have that, but they've shot all this film and they're going to do the show, and I still find him very interesting.
Yeah. I'm with West again, at least on one of them. I will not watch the Netflix series. I will not.
No. Okay.
Nah. Aaron's my guy, but I'm cool on that. I watch comedy movies and all that. I ain't gonna get into that. But what I will say is he can't retire, man. We can't go out like that. And I say we because Aaron Rodgers is my brother, but I don't think he can go out like that and having a season like this. And I'm just talking about just as a team, because when you watch Aaron Rodgers play the game, he's still up there. When you show any of these stats and all that type of stuff, you're going to see Aaron Rodgers up there. And watching Aaron Rodgers play the game, you can't tell me he still can't play this game. He can throw the ball with the best of them. He's moving better these last couple games off his Achilles, so I would love to see him come back and try to compete for one more year. I think Aaron Rodgers has one more really good year in him. I would love to see him come back, but JJ will not be watching the Netflix series.
I'll let you guys know how it goes.
Appreciate you, brother.
After further reviews, brought to you by Network Health, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers. Wes Hodkiewicz of Packers.com. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
This is the 93rd consecutive season that the Packers and Lions are meeting. They've played each other at least twice every season since 1932. Packers Radio is presented by American Family Insurance. You are listening to Packers Football. The countdown to kickoff is presented by Pick and Save. Packers preview. Packers at Detroit. Lions have won 10 straight. Packers have won 3 straight. Hey, Packers fans, save time and money ahead of game day with a boost by Pick and Save Fresh Perks membership. You'll enjoy free delivery, double fuel points, and more. Sign up today at pickandsave.com/boost. Jair Alexander is out tonight, and he missed both games against the Lions last season as well. Missed the first meeting this year, so he will not have played against the Lions since 2022. Tonight's Players to Watch, presented by your Wisconsin Toyota dealers. 'Tis the season to enjoy a great deal at Toyotathon. Hurry into your local Toyota dealer and give yourself the gift of great savings. Visit Toyota.com for more info. Toyota, let's go places. Mike?
Well, I would start with Amon-Ra St. Brown. He doesn't think the Packers are very good. As a player to watch, remember he wore that sweatshirt into Lambeau the last time they played. He plays with a chip on his shoulder, which makes him dangerous. But his running mate there, Jamison Williams, didn't play in the first one. And he's a game wrecker. Jamison Williams is. So I'm going to look at those two Detroit receivers. And if their names are too often in the box score tonight, it won't be a good thing. I think those are the players to watch.
James?
Jordan Love was not healthy. He had a groin. He had a knee. He had everything under the sun. The last meeting, he could not move and be mobile and get outside the pocket. That affects the way Coach LaFleur calls a football game. He must be the best player on the football field tonight. You're making a lot of money, brother. We need you to step up. We need you to take care of the ball. We need you to be the best player on the field tonight. You outplayed Jared Goff. We win this football game, and we are a game back from first place in the division.
Packers Radio is presented by American Family Insurance. This is the Packers Radio Network.
Ho, ho! Welcome to the Make It Jingle with Kris Kringle podcast. Today we're talking to Jan from Toyota, all about Toyotathon.
Hi!
So, Jan, got any red Tacomas?
Yeah, we have a great selection of vehicles, including Tacomas.
After my big job, I'm taking the missus down to Florida to go surfing.
Did you say Florida? Can the elves and I go too?
Dealer inventory may vary. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 6th. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Want to test your Packers knowledge? Look no further than Packers Predict, powered by Sanex. Packers Predict is a free interactive game where fans can win weekly cash prizes and more just by answering a few questions about the Packers' upcoming game. Throughout the season, players are eligible for weekly prizes, and at the end, the player with the most points will win $2,000 cash and a trip to a home game next season. Packers Predict is completely free to play. Visit Packers.com/predict or download the Packers app to start playing today.
Do you trust your insurance agent? Do you trust your insurance company? Well, you'd better, because all they've really sold you is a promise to be there when things go bad, to step up and put everything back the way it was. So, if you don't trust your insurance company, maybe it's time to find one you do trust. West Bend. The worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
On the football field, the skilled players get paid the most. The same is true in construction. Some of the most skilled players building our roads, solar farms, and stadiums are the men and women of the Wisconsin Operating Engineers. If you are ready to step up to a job where you can earn more without college debt and operate equipment like cranes, excavators, bulldozers, and drones, you're ready to join our team today at join139.com.
The countdown to kickoff is presented by Pick and Save. This is Packers Preview with the Packers at Detroit. The last time the Packers played a December game in Detroit, former Wisconsin Badgers quarterback Darrell Bevell was the interim head coach of the Lions, and Aaron Rodgers couldn't be stopped. Here's Brian Posick.
The Packers were 9-3 and the Lions 5-7 when they met 4 seasons ago on December 13th, 2020 at Ford Field, where Matthew Stafford hit T.J. Hawkinson from 1 yard out to give Detroit the early lead, but Aaron Rodgers and the Pack quickly answered back.
1st and 10, football to the 44-yard line of Green Bay. Rodgers shotgun, Jones to his right. Snap A-Rod out of the shotgun. Throws right side, back shoulder. Oh, Devontae's got it. Slips by one man. Cuts left to the 30, to the 20. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Green Bay! 56 yards!
Early in the second quarter, Rodgers found Marquez Valdez-Scantling on a 14-yard scoring strike before the Lions countered with a 3-yard TD run by DeAndre Swift, and it was 14-all at the half. The Packers dominated the third quarter, starting with a 14-play, 75-yard drive that took nearly 9 minutes off the clock, and Rodgers capped it off by himself.
3rd down and goal to go at the 6-yard line of Detroit. 3 receivers, bunch on the left. Devontae solo right. Press coverage on him. Rodgers takes the snap in shotgun. Looks around, scrambles to his left. He can take it himself to the end zone on the run. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers on a 6-yard touchdown scamper.
And that made it 21-14. The Packers then forced a punt, and once again Rodgers carved up the Detroit defense with a 12-play, 79-yard drive that lasted almost 8 minutes and extended into the fourth quarter.
They get motion to the right side by MVS. Rodgers under center, 1st and goal at the 5. Rodgers takes play action. Got a block from Jamal Williams. Throws the left side of the end zone. Touchdown! Bobby Tunyon! They beat Jelani Tavai on that play, and the Packers now extend the lead to 27-14.
It was 28-14, and the Lions needed a fourth quarter comeback, and Stafford had proven to be pretty good at it, but he suffered a rib injury while diving for a first down at the Packers' 5 and 7:07 to go. He stayed in long enough to hand off to Kerryon Johnson for a touchdown in the next play that cut Green Bay's lead to 7, but Stafford's day was done. Mason Crosby nailed a 57-yard field goal to make it 31-21 with 3:35 to play. Veteran Chase Daniel came on for Stafford, and after Jamal Agnew's 71-yard punt return on the ensuing kickoff gave Detroit a short field, Daniel's scramble into the end zone was called back by a holding penalty. Matt Prater's 32-yard field goal brought the Lions within 7, but Prater's onside kick went out of bounds, and Green Bay ran out the clock for a 31-24 victory on that December day in 2020. Rodgers finished 26 of 33 for 290 yards and 3 TDs. He also scored that touchdown on the ground as well. I'm Brian Posick on the Packers Radio Network.
Thank you, Brian. Packers Radio is presented by American Family Insurance. This is the Packers Radio Network.
When it comes to getting care, we all need a winning strategy. And the best way to get there is through Ascension Wisconsin Care Teams. From routine to specialty care, they empower you by listening, respecting your experiences, and working with you to create a game plan that works. Put an Ascension Wisconsin doctor on your team to connect the dots to labs, imaging, specialists, and any other care you need. Schedule now at ascension.org/Wisconsin Care.
Hi, this is Wayne Larrabee for Steinhoffels. Steinhoffels is partnering with Special Spaces Wisconsin and the Green Bay Packers to create dream bedrooms for children battling cancer all across Wisconsin. This season, every time the Packers make a field goal, Steinhoffels will donate $1,000 to Special Spaces Wisconsin. Steinhoffels has been Wisconsin's furniture and mattress leader since 1934, is 100% employee-owned, and is a proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Miller Lite is brewed with great taste and only great taste.
The Miller Brewing Company would like to issue a correction. Miller Lite is brewed to be less filling. What are you doing here?
Miller Lite tastes great.
Look, I'm just reading the script. It says less filling.
That's not what my script says.
Well, mine said.
We'd like to apologize for the previous announcers. Miller Lite is in fact less filling and tastes great. Time to shine, legal guy.
Celebrate responsibly. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Beer, 96 calories and 3.2 grams carbs per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.
Packers fans, ready for some game day excitement? Next time you're at Lambeau, stop by the American Family Insurance Titletown House and experience the thrill of making a game-saving play with our interactive Protect the End Zone game. Don't miss out on all the amazing giveaways. From exclusive Packers merch to special prizes, there's something for everyone. Visit us at Titletown to make your game day unforgettable. For more info, check out amfam.com/Packers.
Packers preview continues. Packers at Detroit tonight. Big NFC North division matchup. Keys to the game brought to you by your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers, inviting you to visit your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com for the latest offerings on Ford trucks and Ford SUVs. Mike?
Okay, so no freebies in this one. Last time Jordan Love threw the pick six. Remember the last 5 minutes of the first half, first 5 minutes of the second half, Detroit outscored Green Bay 17-0. I mean, they win the game 24-14. It's 17-0 in that 9.5, 10-minute stretch of the game. No freebies. If you don't give Detroit a free touchdown tonight, turnover that sets one up, a scoop and score, a pick six, a special teams touchdown, if you don't do any of those, I think you're going to win the game because I think you'll be better than Detroit. Don't give them anything.
James?
Say that. That's your key?
That's my key. Well, I was gonna go with Jordan Love, but I didn't want to steal your Jordan Love because that's your key.
Oh no, I'm with you. My key to the game. I'm gonna stay consistent, fellas. These last 3 weeks. Do you guys remember my keys to the game the last 2 weeks?
I really don't remember anything you've said on this show.
Start fast. Yeah. The last 2 weeks against the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers, we have got off to a fast start, making them one-dimensional. If we can start fast on the road tonight, making Jared Goff one-dimensional, I believe Jared Goff will give us a couple interceptions, and I will believe we will take over this stadium and this football game tonight. So, again, Coach LaFleur, win the toss, take the football.
Yeah, you just answered my question.
Go with your first 15. Even be aggressive. Might have to go for it on fourth down because you know that they coach will. And let's go put some points on the board and try to start fast in this game and put this ball in Jared Goff's hands.
Keys to the game brought to you by your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers. James, I want to ask you because I was asking Josh Jacobs this in the locker room the other day. And he really doesn't care at all about the Lions' defensive injuries. Is that the mindset you have to have?
Absolutely, man. You could care less about anybody's injuries. We have to go out here and play our best football, because the best teams in the NFC we've played, and we have not played our best football. Tonight is a game that we go out here and we got to play our best football no matter who takes this field. It's the Green Bay Packers standard. When we turn the film on, whenever we come back in that building on Monday, because I'm sure once we win this game, we're going to have a couple days off. Whenever we come back in and we watch that tape, we want to be proud of what we put on that tape. And if we are proud of what we're putting on that tape, usually a W comes behind that.
I want to ask you both this. I'll start with you, Mike. With Romeo Doubs out with the concussion after effects, does that affect how Matt LaFleur calls this game?
I don't think so. I think the Green Bay's got that depth at the wide receiver position that'll play. The curious thing, and James brought this up, is that Detroit is a risk-taking organization. I mean, they will go for it on fourth down in their own territory. They'll do all of that. How much will Matt LaFleur be matching the risk-taking depending on where we sit on the scoreboard?
It's interesting you say that because, James, one of the things I remember from that Thanksgiving Day game last year was that, in my mind, Dan Campbell made a really foolish move by going for a fourth down, and it cost them. So that aggressiveness has another side to the coin, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and it can hurt you at times. But to be honest with you, man, when you watched, what's crazy is because last year I didn't watch the Detroit Lions a lot. But I did watch the NFC Championship against the Niners, and I'm like, what in the world is he doing? But that's who he is the whole season long, and that's what he lives by. So they are willing to live and die by those decisions going for it on fourth down. And since he has been there, yes, they lost that NFC Championship, but it's been working for him more than it hasn't been working for him. So I'm sure he's going to stay aggressive, and I'm sure the players love that, and that's the mindset going into every game. They know that, hey, man, we going for this.
James, I ask you this because you've been pretty open about Dennis Allen, who's no. Life's better with American Family Insurance. That's because their team is always there to protect your dreams. Packers preview, Packers at Detroit this evening, and a lot of ties between these organizations. We've mentioned Zadarius Smith, who came over from the Browns. Let me ask you, James, from what you've seen on tape, is Zadarius Smith still someone you have to account for?
Oh, you better believe it. Zadarius Smith was playing really good football in Cleveland, and he is getting started on the right track out there in Detroit. One thing I love about Zadarius Smith is he plays all four positions on that defensive line. He can come off the edge. They put him at the D tackle position to use his speed and power to get to the quarterback. He is still playing really good football. We got to make sure our eyes are on him because if it's anybody who wants to wreck this game, we know it's him.
Yeah, you're right. He has plenty of motivation tonight. Lions quarterbacks coach is Mark Brunell, the former Packers quarterback. And John Dorsey, who played and was in the Packers front office, is now a Lions senior personnel executive. I also want to mention to you, Mike, former Badger and Wisconsin Lutheran star Kevin Zeitler on that Lions offensive line.
Yeah, and the Lions offensive line is going to be without Taylor Decker tonight. So, I mean, that is also something to watch. When you talk about players, keep in mind Rashawn Gary and Lucas Van Ness are going to be able to rush off that edge without their starting left tackle there.
And as we talked about on the show, Goff is not mobile. So it's not like he's going to be rolling out a lot. Sargento backs the pack and the community with touchdowns for hunger. For every Packers touchdown scored this season, Sargento donates $2,000 to help fight hunger in Wisconsin. Since 2002, every Packers touchdown helps defeat hunger thanks to Sargento, the official cheese of the Packers. And you can just sense the drama right now because the predictions are coming up.
Here they come.
People are betting their life savings on what we have to say, which I certainly hope they don't do. I think the Packers catch the Lions at a good time because they're still kind of reeling from some of these injuries, particularly on the defensive side. And I think the Packers are starting to really lean into Josh Jacobs. And he said this week, and I agree with him, Mike, this is the kind of game that he loves and the kind of game he came to Green Bay for, to play with the Packers against the Lions. I'm going with the Packers tonight, 24-23. I will not be surprised if more points are scored than that, but that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I would like to just pass and defer to James, who a week ago missed by a single point.
You see that?
Yeah, I saw it. Listen, I was paying attention to that the whole time.
I believe what that's called is a blind squirrel.
Oh, okay. I've got it also a one-score game, Dennis, but I have it as a higher scoring game. I have Green Bay. I think the Packers offense is going to have a night. I've got it 33-27 Green Bay, but I think this is a great game. This is not a typical Thursday night game. Both teams had a full week to prepare. Typically on Thursday, they've had 3 days. They got a full week because they both played last Thursday. Offense is in gear, 33-27 Packers.
Lions are off to their best start ever, and they won their first Thanksgiving game since, I think, 2016. James, your turn.
Well, fellas. I got another beatdown. No, no, but I ain't going to say beatdown, but the Detroit Lions beat us by 10 points last time, right, at Lambeau Field?
Yeah.
I think it was 24-14.
That's correct.
We returned the favor. We win by 10. I got 31-21. The Green Bay Packers win this football game by 2 scores. On the road, play really, really well. I believe our defense gets a couple takeaways. We run the football well. I think Jordan Love will be the best player on this football field tonight. The whole world will see again why we paid him all this money, because he's the quarterback that can take us to the game that we all are trying to get to. I got the Green Bay Packers 31-21.
Interesting, Mike, when you look at Detroit's defense, which has been, gutted by injuries. Aiden Hutchinson, just the most noteworthy probably, but they've lost some of their core linebackers, Rodriguez, Anzalone. But what they do have is 2 very good safeties in Joseph and Branch.
Well, and Joseph and Branch both, they've combined for more interceptions than the Packers.
Groove was Medicaring about you. Mike and Merrill is on the line. Talk to me, Mike.
I'm older, but have plenty of spring in my step. I want a Medicare plan that keeps up with me, but I keep getting the same old song whenever I call.
That's so out of touch. You got to get in touch with Security Health Plan. They've got benefits you'll dig and local award-winning service you'll love. Head over to securityhealth.org/getmedicare.
Get ready for the moment we've all been waiting for. It's the 300K season finale giveaway at Potawatomi. Friday, December 20th, watch your entries from Bird Bash, Cash Clash, and Winter Stash. All pile into one massive drawing for a chance at up to $50,000 cash. Be there to win your share. December 20th, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Learn more at PainsPeak.com/finale. Must be 21 years old to play.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
Big savings?
Yep, which means...
It's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
We know what the winning formula is around here, and it's taking it day by day, one game at a time.
Packers Preview continues with the Matt LaFleur Show.
This sport is the ultimate team game. You need all 11 out there playing as one.
Presented by Construction Business Group and Operating Engineers Local 139.
Watch this team come together, and we'll see where we're at.
Now, here's Wayne Larrabee with the head coach of the Packers on the Packers Radio Network.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Ford Field, downtown Detroit, Michigan. Tonight, the rematch between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Along with the head coach of the Packers, Matt LaFleur, I'm Wayne Larrabee. And Matt, first off, you said something after the Miami game that caught a lot of our attention, and that is you feel like this team is becoming a physical football team. Was that your intent all along when you got here, to make this a more physical football team?
Well, I think you always want a physical football team. I think that's where it starts, but it's all about the players and getting guys with the right mindset that play the game the right way and just pour everything they got into it. And I love our group. I love the character of our locker room, and the guys are competing on a daily basis. I see it at practice, and it's not a surprise to me that we're seeing it translate to the field.
You know, man, every season's different, every team is different, but it seems to me like, similar to last year, you guys seem to be getting better each week as you peak toward December and January. Do you have that feeling from within?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's the way it should be. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. You're never staying the same, and our guys, I think it all, like I talked about earlier, it just comes down to our preparation, and these guys compete at practice, so you would naturally expect if guys are giving it their all on the practice field that they're going to get better, and I think our defense has really come along. It's year one with Jeff Hafley, and there's a learning curve to it, but I think they understand the ins and outs of it much, much better, the detail of it, which allows them to go out there and play faster. And I think on offense, I mean, Jordan loves playing his best ball right now, and that's a big reason why we're able to be more consistent offensively. I think we're having less mistakes, less penalties, which was something that was really hindering us earlier in the season.
You know, the Detroit Lions, a little over a month ago, came in and got a win at Lambeau Field. And the thought that permeated that locker room after the game from being around players, you guys didn't give them your best shot back then. Was that your feeling as well?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think you always give them your best shot, but I think we had a lot of missed opportunities, and we didn't capitalize on those opportunities. We didn't make the plays for whatever reason, and we had a lot of mistakes in terms of penalties that were critical. I know offensively we had a lot of miscues, whether it was we had 2 botched snaps, which I don't think we've had one in another game this season, and then obviously had a critical turnover at the end of the half. So they're a very good football team, and they cause you to make some of those mistakes, but I think that we can definitely play a much cleaner and a much more efficient game.
Last question of this segment. I wanted to ask you about your inside linebackers, Quay Walker, Isaiah McDuffie. Both seem to be coming on. And in this day and age, Matt, how important is inside linebacker play with all the different in-cuts and all the things that offenses present?
Well, I think in our scheme in general, I mean, a zone-based, vision-based scheme where you're going to give up some more checkdowns, and those can turn into leaky yardage in a hurry unless you have guys that can erase the middle of the field, and that's what those guys have been able to do. They're doing a much better job of QB keying, and when the ball's out, they're breaking on it. You know, Isaiah had a critical forced incompletion last week on a 3rd down, so those guys are doing a much better job of just being more efficient in their play and making plays on some of those checkdowns.
Back to talk about the Lions when we continue with Matt LaFleur. You're listening to Packers Football.
The Matt LaFleur Show is brought to you by Construction Business Group and Operating Engineers Local 139 on the Packers Radio Network.
Matt LaFleur, at the moment, the Detroit Lions, top seed in the NFC. You come in here in a similar situation to last year, in that the Lions won the first game in Green Bay. You come into Detroit, certainly an underdog, but nonetheless had success in that ball game last year. Are there things you can take from that experience with this team into this game?
Absolutely. I think it was our mindset coming in. I mean, playing with an edge, playing fearless, really attacking the Detroit Lions. They were a great team last year. They're a great team this year. But I think we went after it. We won the game, and we weren't playing scared. We weren't playing not to lose. And I think it's going to be similar this game. We have to go in there versus a really good football team, one of the premier teams in the National Football League, and play with that type of winning mindset.
All right, you're the offensive coordinator of the Packers, and in terms of play calling and that type of thing. Look at the Lions defense. A lot of changes on that defense. Does it make them a little harder to prepare for? Because I'm wondering how Aaron Glenn's getting it done with all the changes they've had. They're still playing at a high level defensively.
Well, they put a lot of stress on their back end in terms of they're going to play a lot of man coverage, and they're missing a lot of pieces, but ultimately their scheme stays relatively consistent, and those corners and the safeties are playing at a really high level, and that's what makes them so challenging, because they're going to load up the box. They're going to force you to win those one-on-one matchups, and in many cases they've been winning those.
Offensively, so much talk of their scheme. How does it stress your defense?
Well, they got a lot of great players, and I think it all starts up front for them. The offensive line is a premier offensive line. I think Jared Goff is playing as good as any other quarterback in the league. They got 2 great runners, and then they've got receivers that can really make you pay, as well as a tight end. So they are a very complete football team that does a great job in the run game and in the pass game.
You know, when you look at this ball game in general, we talked about it before the 49ers game. The thing you said to me, first thing we have to answer is their physicality. I imagine the same recipe here in this game tonight in Detroit.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 physical football teams going at it, and a lot of times it's going to be the team that's more physical will win the game.
Best of luck, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you, Wayne.
Stay tuned. The coin toss and the opening kickoff is coming up. The Matt LaFleur Show is sponsored by Construction Business Group, operating engineers and contractors. This is the Packers Radio Network.
You know how it feels to be recognized? Hey, Kathy. Hey! To feel like you belong? What if your health insurance made you feel that way?
Hi, Kathy. How are you?
Good, thanks. Hi, I'm Kathy Mahaffey, CEO of Common Ground Healthcare Cooperative, with health insurance for individuals, families, and small businesses that truly cares about the members it serves. Morning, Kathy. Morning. Maybe it's time to wake up to better health insurance.
Whether you're an artist playing accountant, a barista trying to be a bean counter, or a student just looking to get started, the UW Credit Union app lets you be free to be you, with free credit scores, free online bill pay, and the ability to send money to friends. Because with fewer fees, you can do more of what you love. UW Credit Union, here for every you. Join today at uwcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
LIUNA members construct Wisconsin's infrastructure that grows our state's economy. Roads, bridges, sewer and water lines, energy infrastructure including renewable energy projects, and building projects like historic Lambeau Field. A union with over 900 contractor partners, LIUNA Wisconsin members meet contractors' demand for a skilled, safe, and productive workforce, all while earning great union wages, health care, and a pension. Feel the power of a career building Wisconsin's infrastructure as a member of Wisconsin's Laborers District Council. Learn more at liunawisconsin.org. LIUNA Wisconsin.org.
Lots of insurance companies make promises about how much you can save if you switch over to them. Well, here's our promise. With the West Bend policy, you can save everything, every memory, every detail, everything you've worked so hard for. Once it comes time to actually make a claim, a cheap insurance policy can really cost you. Why not protect everything that matters with a policy from West Bend? Because the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
There he goes! 20, 15, 10, 5! He leaps into the end zone for the dagger!
The Packers defense finally gets the stop. And there is your dagger!
Packers Radio is sponsored by American Family Insurance, Miller Lite. Great taste and only 96 calories. Tastes like Miller time. Pick and save. Network Health, your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer. Software One, Potawatomi Casino Hotel, your local Chevy dealer. Fox Communities Credit Union, Provea Health, Construction Business Group, and Wisconsin Operating Engineers, Local 139, UP and Abraham. Tell them you mean business. Quick Trip, Wisconsin Dental Association, Steinhoppels, U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Green Bay Packers, Ascension, Wisconsin, Rural Mutual Insurance, Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers, Manitou, handling your world. Baird, Wisconsin Laborers District Council, West Bend, The Silver Lining, Cousin Subs, Security Health Plan of Wisconsin, UW Credit Union, here for every you. Menards, save big money at Menards, Delta Dental of Wisconsin, Sargento, Great Clips, your Wisconsin Toyota dealers, and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin on the Packers Radio Network.
And welcome to Ford Field in Detroit. Tonight, an NFC North Division showdown between the 11-1 Detroit Lions and the 9-3 Green Bay Packers. Hi, everybody. Wayne Larrabee, along with Larry McCarron, John Kuhn, will join us from the sidelines. This is the best start in the history of the Detroit Lions franchise. They held off Chicago 23-20 here on Thanksgiving Day. The Lions have won 10 straight, including a 24-14 win over the Packers in Green Bay last month. The Packers are coming in off a 30-17 win over the Miami Dolphins Thanksgiving night. Since week 4, the Packers have gone 7-1. The only loss coming to these Lions. The only teams with a better record during that span are the Eagles and Lions, both at 8-0. Packers have won 8 of their last 12 Thursday night games. This is the 189th regular season meeting between the Packers and Lions. As I mentioned, Detroit won the first meeting back on November 3rd. These franchises have also played 2 postseason games, with the Packers winning both. In the first game between these two teams, the Packers felt they did not give the Lions their best shot. Green Bay had 6 drop passes. The Lions had just 4 incomplete passes. Green Bay had 10 penalties, 8 in the first half. The Packers lost the turnover battle, 0-1. They were just 3 of 12 on third downs and 1 of 4 in the red zone. So they feel like there's more for them to show the first-place Lions. The story in Detroit is a bloated injury list that includes 18 names. 13 defensive players are on the injured reserve list, including stalwarts like Aiden Hutchinson, a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, Marcus Davenport, another defensive lineman, Derek Barnes, an outside linebacker, Alex Anzalone, inside linebacker, and Malcolm Rodriguez, an outside linebacker, all of whom played major roles in this defense. But before you start feeling too sorry about the Lions, most of those injuries on defense. On offense, they are number 1, just under 32 points a game, 2nd in yardage, 4th in rushing, 6th in passing, 4th on third downs, and 4th in red zone touchdown production. Oh, and they don't help you out. Not at all. 11 turnovers, 7th fewest in the NFL this season. So the Packers, despite all of these injuries the Lions have their work cut out for them as they take on Detroit in Ford Field. Packers Radio, presented by American Family Insurance. This is the Packers Radio Network.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Gina Dello from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get as low as $19 per window and $81 per patio door per month.
PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2024.
Preparation is the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Packers on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Packers Pride, powered locally.
For your fellow fanatics and your number 1 fans. For your game day compatriots and your everyday companions. For your personal cheerleaders and your personal heroes. For the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Learn more at deltadentalwi.com today.
New Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, a non-carbonated refresher with alcohol for weekend flavor any day of the week. Like when you get a case of the Mondays, swap it for the bright fruit flavors of Happy Thursday. Or when Tuesday needs a tune-up, look forward to Happy Thursday. And by Wednesday, you're already halfway there. So drink in the weekend flavor of Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, weekend flavor any day of the week. Celebrate responsibly, non-carbonated, naturally flavored with other natural flavors. 21 and up, contains alcohol. 2024 Molson Coors Beverage Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin beer.
The all-time regular season series between these two teams is led by Green Bay, 104-77-7. All rights to our broadcast are reserved. Any rebroadcast or other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Green Bay Packers Incorporated is prohibited. Let's pause 10 seconds to allow our local stations to identify themselves along the Green Bay Packers radio network. Since their 52-point outburst against Jacksonville, the Lions have scored just 42 points in the last 2 games, averaging 23 points a game. Meanwhile, the Packers have scored 68 points in their last 2 games, averaging 34 points per game. Do trends matter at this point in the season? Usually they do. Tonight's weather check is brought to you by Bryan Heating and Cooling. Hey fans, it's our favorite season of Wisconsin, football season. So enjoy the game, leave the other seasons up to Bryant, who will do whatever it takes to keep your heating and cooling system running efficiently. Find your local dealer at Bryant.com. Temperature outside 25 degrees. We had light snow flurries and some snow overnight here in the Detroit metropolitan area. But inside the dome at Ford Field, 68 degrees and no wind. The injury report brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Hupy and Abraham. Hupy and Abraham are voted best, rated best year after year. Hupy and Abraham, over $1 billion collected for their clients. Visit Hupy.com. For the Packers, cornerback Corey Ballantyne and Jair Alexander, both out with knee injuries. Edgerrin Cooper, the linebacker, down due to a hamstring. Romeo Dobbs still in the concussion protocol, not going to play here tonight. For Detroit, Taylor Decker, starting left tackle, out with a knee injury. Levi Onwuzurike on the defensive line, down with a hamstring. Josh Paschal, defensive lineman, out with a knee injury. DJ Reader, starting nose tackle, really the key to the run defense on this team, out with a shoulder injury here tonight. We welcome in Larry McCarron and Rock. A lot of talk about Lions injuries, but I think the Packers know they're in for a game here tonight.
They're in for a game, and they're in for an opportunity, Wayne. If you look at the Packers' season to date, yeah, there's a lot to be encouraged about. But the one thing missing on the resume is beating one of the NFL's big boys. And we're talking the Lions, we're talking Philadelphia, we're talking the Vikings, we're talking those types of teams. And tonight, that opportunity is out there. Did we chase them off?
Yeah, we probably did. We got a whole new group in, though, so we're just accommodating more listeners. The point is this: the game in Green Bay on November 3rd played in terrible conditions. Packers played poorly. The game was 24-3 Detroit. That was a big gap at that time between these two teams. However, as we come forward now, it seems to us the Packers have gotten better, taken steps forward. The Lions may not be quite as sharp, and with the injuries, may not be quite at the level they were then. I guess tonight we find out, has the gap closed here between these two teams?
Well, from the Green Bay Packer perspective, I definitely think they are a better football team than the one that faced the Lions a month ago. During your open, you reiterated all the shortcomings the Green Bay Packers had, and to sum all those numbers up, they did not give the Lions their best shot. But since then, they've won 3 straight. Jordan Love has gotten healthy, and I think you could make a real strong case that every segment of this football team, offense, defense, and special teams, is better today.
Rock, in terms of the way the game will play out, what do you expect as you observe this?
Well, we can get all involved in all kinds of analytical type things, but it will probably turn on good old-fashioned football. Who hangs on to the ball, who takes it away, who can run the ball, things like that. Who can protect the quarterback, and which quarterback's having a hot night. But the tried and true keys to winning a football game, I think the bigger a game gets, and tonight certainly qualifies, the bigger a game gets, the more of those things apply.
You know, Rock, one thing that has been talked a lot about, and I wanted to ask you about it, this penalty epidemic that the Packers are having. So unlike a LaFleur coached team. And it's been a real problem, especially pre-snap penalties, especially like lining up offsides defensively, things like that. They were a big part of why the Packers lost the game to the Lions in Green Bay. What do you make of that, and where's the emphasis?
Just to emphasize your point, the Packers lead the league with 12 offsides penalties on defense. And so Matt LaFleur took an extra step this week. He had Derek Coleman.
Field, the Packers and Lions in an NFC North Division battle. As we get set for action, Wayne Larrivee along with Larry McCarron, John Kuhn will be joining us in a moment from the sidelines. We just had the national anthem. In a moment, the captains will be meeting at the 50-yard line. The referee tonight is John Hussey. The Lions 11-1. They've never been 11-1 in the history of their franchises, and they won championships, 3 of them back in the 50s. The Packers come in at 9-3, and 9-3 in the NFC North this year so far gets you 3rd place. How about that? Talk about a division. Amazing. The the way this division has played out this year. Captains coming to the 34 combined wins of the NFC North, already tied for third most wins in a single season by the division since the NFL's 2002 divisional realignment. Captains meeting at the 50-yard line for the Packers. Zane Anderson on special teams. Rashawn Gary on representing defense. Played his football at Michigan. Josh Jacobs.
Welcome. We have a coin, heads and tails. Heads and tails. Green Bay, you're the visiting team. What is your call? Tails is the call. Tails is the call. It is tails. Green Bay has won the toss and elected to defer. You're going to get the ball which way you want to kick. Detroit will receive in this direction. Good luck, gentlemen.
Coin toss for tonight's game sponsored by Baird. Baird, global financial capabilities with personal attention. It's the shape of things to come. Discover the Baird difference. Visit BairdDifference.com. Packers offensive coordinator Adam Stenavich called Ford Field an excellent environment for a football game. John Kuhn, how much of a factor might these fans be here tonight?
Well, Wayne, this game checks all the boxes for an all-timer. When you talk about both teams are coming in this one as good teams, division aspirations on the line, and a primetime slot on Thursday night. And listen, I was talking with Jason Vrabel, Packers wide receiver coach, earlier, and he explained it like this when talking about division games on the road. He said, even though the Lions won a division last year, the Packers are still the bullseye of the NFC North. And last year, it was the Lions' year, but we still beat them on the biggest stage here, and that was Thanksgiving Day. We need to put that doubt back in their fans' minds here tonight. He also added that the biggest challenge in tonight's game is one that both teams are facing, and it's the fact that it's their third game in 12 days, and he even admitted the coaching staffs were feeling it a little bit, but said once you touch the field in games like this, that all goes away.
Thank you, John. Lions will receive at the goal to our left. Brandon McManus getting set to kick it from right to left. Sione Vaki on the far left side. Craig Reynolds, a running back on the near side. Both are running backs. Set to receive this kickoff. Lions have had to shake everything up in their return game. Khalif Raymond gave them a great return game. They've been struggling since. He went out due to injury.
They come in, they're still ranked second in the league in kickoff returns, but Raymond was a special return man.
Well, the ball on the tee. 189th regular season meeting. Packers and Lions, the run-up and the kickoff. High, booming, end-over-end kick. Vaki makes the catch, drops to his right knee, 3 yards deep in the end zone on the far left side, and the Lions will accept to the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Quarterback Jared Goff, second in passer rating this season. His 8.8-yard average per pass attempt is number 1 of the NFL.
Carrington Valentine getting the start at right corner in place of Jair Alexander.
Taylor Decker out. Dan Skipper starting at left tackle for the Lions. They begin in the I formation. Montgomery, the tail of the tandem. Goff under center. Frank Ragnow, the all-pro. 2 receivers stacked wide to the right. 1st and 10, ball left hash mark, 30-yard line of Detroit. And the handoff to Montgomery, hammering his way off the right side outside the right hash marks. And he swarmed under, crossed the 30. They mark him at the 32. A gain of a couple of yards. TJ Slayton, Kingsley Enikbare make the hits for Green Bay.
Packers have been much better as of late versus the running game.
2nd down and 8, Detroit. Football to the right hash mark. 32-yard line of the Lions. We're just underway. Single back offense. 3 receivers bunched tight to the left. Out of that trio, they get motion by Laporta to the right. Snap to Goff. Quick toss right side. Got St. Brown covered up immediately. Cross the 35. Short of the 1st down. 37-yard line. A gain of 5. McDuffie from the linebacking core. Nixon in the secondary were right there to put him away. And it's 3rd down and about 2 yards to go. So give him a gain of 6.
Quick out by St. Brown. High percentage play. Packers making bang-bang tackles on it, but 5 yards.
3rd and 2 for the Lions. St. Brown motions to the left. Shotgun snap to Goff. He looks, he fired. The out. Left side got Brown. Forced out of bounds. Far side. Forced out by Javon Bullard. Got enough for the 1st down. Gain of 4 to the 42 on the far left sidelines in front of the Packers bench. Detroit came in 46% on 3rd downs, 4th best in the NFL.
St. Brown going in motion and getting locked up in man coverage on Bullard. Tough chance for Bullard because he's beginning to play well off the receiver.
Slot right, I formation backfield. Jamison Williams in motion to the left. Play action. Goff looks, fires, slant right side, dropped incomplete. Not sure if the defender got a piece of it. Keyshawn Nixon over the middle between the hash marks of the Green Bay 46. But it's incomplete. It's 2nd and 10.
Regardless, Wayne, good tight coverage by Keyshawn Nixon.
Oh, he got it.
And he just came through and raked that ball out. Keyshawn, a better cover man than any of us imagined when he moved outside.
Single back offense, Goff under center, 2nd and 10 to the Detroit 42. No score, just underway in downtown Detroit. They get motion by Jamison Williams to the left side. He's an option to run. Here's the handoff to Montgomery. Sheds a defender up the middle, cutting left. He's to the 45-50 into Green Bay territory. Twisted down by McKinney. Inside the Packers 50 at the 45 of Green Bay. Wow. A stumbling, tumbling run of 13 yards, and the Lions in business. 1st and 10 to the Green Bay 45.
Lions pulling Kevin Zeitler, and he's kicking out on Aaron Mosby. All he needed was a brush block because David Montgomery was cutting right behind that back from the get-go.
Gain of 13. Ball to the left hash mark, 45-yard line of Green Bay. Opening drive of the game. Gibbs replaces Montgomery in the backfield. And Goff play action, back to throw. Deep drop, screens it out to Gibbs. Has some blocking, cuts it back. Loses one man and another. Turns upfield inside the numbers on the near right side. And down he goes as he's hit at the 39-yard line of Green Bay. Nixon and Bullard finally corralled him. A gain of 7.
Just your standard screenplay. The Lions getting their blocking wall out there in good shape against the Packers. And it turns into a good first down play.
2nd down and 3 for the Lions. Football at the 38-yard line at Green Bay is where they have it spotted. Montgomery back in behind Goff, who takes, backpedals 3 steps, hit as he throws to the left side, and the catch is made by Williams, and it's incomplete. He could not hang on. Coverage provided by Carrington Valentine, and a good, timely hit to break it up.
Williams did not play against the Packers in the earlier meeting, but he's the speed guy. The guy who can take the top off of defense for the Lions.
3rd down and 3, Detroit. Lions 1 for 1 on 3rd downs. Packers came in 12th in the league, 35% of 3rd downs. Goff alone in the shotgun, 3 by 2. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. And here's the snap. Jared Goff looking downfield. Has time. Fires it over the deep middle. Got his man on a cross. It has Williams inside the 15. Forced out of bounds near the Green Bay 10-yard line. Jamison Williams exploding across the middle. McKinney forced him out. 28-yard gain, and the Lions at the doorstep. 1st and goal of the 10.
Yeah, Williams winning the foot race against Javon Bullard. Again, not an ideal matchup for the Packers. The safety against the fastest receiver, but it was what it was, and the Lions are looking at the end zone.
Patrick wide to the left side. Williams in the slot left side. Now he goes in motion to the right. Goff in the shotgun. Gibbs to his right. Hand off to Gibbs. Bouncing left to the outside. Forced wider than wide. He's taken down out of bounds.
Dan Skipper, the left tackle, on a hold.
And he's lost a yard on the play. Back to the 11-yard line. Good coverage by the Packers on that. They got wider than wide out there.
Dan Skipper, the guilty party on the edge.
Valentine and Williams really strung that play out well from the secondary.
Taylor Decker down with an injury. Skipper's the starter at left tackle. And the Packers can take advantage of that.
Holding. Offense number 70. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
Skipper is a backup for a reason. He normally plays the extra blocker when they go to 6 offensive linemen, for instance, on the goal line. And there's a reason he's been kind of a career backup. He's not as good as Taylor Decker.
Decker's one of the more solid left tackles in the game.
Yeah.
So the Lions backed up to the 20. 1st and goal at the Green Bay 20-yard line. Ball to the right hash mark. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. They get motion to the right side. Play action. Goff. Quick toss right side. Got Gibbs. Turns upfield 20 to the 15. Taken down outside the numbers on the near right side. Upended to the 13-yard line of Green Bay. Isaiah McDuffie over to make the hit. Gibbs is quicker than quick, especially on these little short hitches and swing passes.
Yeah, that's just a screen pass like the Packers run. And Gibbs is every bit of what Wayne described.
Gain of 7, second and goal to go, 13 of Green Bay. Slot left, Laporta wide right, in the shotgun, snap to Goff. He looks, he fires it right side, diving grab is made by Laporta inside the 10 down near the 6-yard line. And a gain of about 6. It is third down goal to go at the 7 of Green Bay. Keyshawn Nixon quick to the ball.
That's Laporta's 32nd reception of the season. Not as wild, crazy numbers-wise as he was last year, but still a good receiving tight end.
Lions on third down, goal to go, Green Bay 7. Here's the shotgun snap. Goff sets and fires, throws, overshot everybody in the end zone. Penalty marker thrown. Penalty marker thrown on the near side of the end zone. And I'm wondering if they might be getting holding or pass interference here. The officials are conversing.
Do you sense danger in that conversation, Wayne?
Yeah, I do. It's never good when they talk this long. And now Jared Goff goes over to say his piece. John Hussey will give us a determination.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the same team. Prior to the pass, illegal contact, defense.
He didn't say what the other penalty was.
I think that penalty is on Keyshawn Nixon.
Correction, there's only 1 foul on the play. Prior to the pass, illegal contact, defense. Penalties half the distance to Cole, automatic, first down.
So, crushing penalty there. That pass was overthrown over the middle, intended for Tim Patrick. Lions are 66% touchdowns in the red zone. And that ranks 4th overall. Here they are, first down and goal to go now. The 3-yard line of Green Bay. This is the opening drive of the game, no score. Montgomery, the tail of the tandem at an offset eye. Goff under center, gets motion to the right by Laporta. Handoff goes to Montgomery, untouched into the end zone. Big hole off the right side of the offensive line. And the Lions are on the board on the first drive of the game. 6-0 Detroit.
Frank Ragnow, their center, is one of the best in the business, if not the best, and he just put T.J. Slayton on his backside. That's quite a load to put on a backside.
Yeah, T.J. 6'4", about 340.
There was one heck of a block.
Jake Bates has missed 1 PAT and 1 field goal this season, the rookie kicker.
He's doing all right, huh?
Uh-huh. Snap placement, and the kick is up, and it is good. So the Lions take the opening drive and motor all the way. 5 minutes, 19 seconds time of possession, 11 plays, 70 yards. It is 7-0 Detroit. Jordan Love and the Packers offense on deck. From the U.S. Cellular broadcast booth, this is the Packers Radio Network.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know whether it's a new home or a new car. You've worked hard to achieve your dreams, and we work hard to protect them so you can enjoy the utmost peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
In an increasingly competitive world, it's on the field that you have to make the difference. Whether your goal is to transport, lift, elevate, or dig, team up with Manitou, the world leader in material handling. With Manitou's large range of track loaders, telescopic handlers, forklifts, and aerial work platforms, you gain more power, efficiency, and profitability on the job site. Want to be number one in the game? Choose Manitou, the best for the best.
The Walbeck Group is a proud partner of the Green Bay Packers. Just like the Packers, we wake up, strive for greatness, and repeat. Walbeck is a driving force in tackling complex infrastructure projects across the Midwest. We're always paving the way, even to Lambeau. Whether you need one of our vast services or are looking for your next career at a top workplace, you can count on us to help you reach your destination. Visit wearewalbeck.com to learn more.
Wins, wins, and more wins are waiting to be uncovered at Potawatomi. Get ready to find yours in a winter stash of $300,000 in prizes this December. Play with your rewards card for entries, drawings on 3 thrilling Thursdays. Some seriously big wins are waiting for you. Winter Stash at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Tonight's game brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling. Brewed for Wisconsin. It's Miller time. US Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Green Bay Packers. They believe in genuine connections over digital distractions. Put your phone in us mode and do less scrolling, more cheering. US Cellular, built for us. Wayne Larrabee, Larry McCarron, John Kuhn. The Lions have struck first. Jared Goff, 6 of 8 passing, 58 yards. David Montgomery on a touchdown run. It is 7-0 Detroit. 9:41 to go first quarter. And booting from left to right, Jake Bates. Second in the NFL with 61 touchbacks. Here's the run-up and his kickoff. A booming kick that will not be returned. Packers fans can enter to win by shopping at Quick Trip. Earn Fan Zone points for every dollar spent. Use points in the Packers Zone to win great prizes in your rewards app. Well, the Lions did what the Lions do. Second best scoring offense in the NFL. They scored on their first drive. It's time for an answer by the Packers. Rasheed Walker, left tackle. Elton Jenkins, left guard. Myers at center. Ryan, right guard. Zach Tom, right tackle to the offensive line. Packers work from right to left, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line of Green Bay. Ball to the right hash mark. Single back offense. Love under center. Slot left. Single receiver flank to the right. They get motion to the left side by that receiver. And Love takes play action, looks to throw. Steps up. He's hit from behind. Down he goes. Zadarius Smith, the former Packer, made the sack. Back inside the 25, near the 23-yard line, a loss of 7. Third sack for Smith since he signed at the trade deadline with the Lions.
Zadarius just kind of marching right over Zach Tom. That was after getting chipped by Tucker Kraft. Packers will have to be better.
Yes, indeed. 2nd and 17. Football to the 23 of Green Bay. Love under center. Duntavian Wicks motions to the right. Love pulls back from center. Steps up under pressure. Takes it himself. He's to the 20 and is roped down along the left hash mark. Cross the 20 or 30 at the 31-yard line. Tackle made by Jack Campbell, the linebacker out of Iowa. That's a gain on that play of about 8 yards, leaving a 3rd and 9 for Green Bay on the first offensive possession of the game for the Packers.
They got to get a winning play here to settle this thing down.
3 receivers wide to the right. Wicks flanked wide of the numbers on the right side. Single receiver to the left. Press coverage by the Lions. Single safety high. Love in a shotgun. Jacobs to his left.
Love works
on 3rd and 9. Snap to Love under a blitz. He fires the right side. It's incomplete. Penalty markers down. Jaden Reed, the intended receiver, crossed the 45, was knocked to the ground, and the flags came out flying. Pass interference, Detroit. Fresh set of downs, Green Bay. Football out beyond the 45 of the Packers.
Pass interference. Defense, number 32. Ball he placed the spot of the
Brian Branch.
Automatic.
The guilty party.
Brian Branch is going to have a lot of trouble staying with Jaden Reed. As good as Branch is, he's a slash between a safety and a corner. Very talented player, but Jaden Reed demands cornerback coverage. 1st and 10, they mark it to the 45 at Green Bay. Half-loaded pistol. Love looks it over with a slot to the left. Now Tucker Kraft off that slot, a motion to the right. And here's the handoff to Jacobs. Started left, cuts it back right. Jumped down by Alim McNeil. Powers forward for just a yard. Between the hash marks across the 45 to the 46-yard line of Green Bay. 2nd and 9 for the Packers.
You know, Wayne, ever since Aiden Hutchinson went down, and I believe it was week 6, the Lions have been without key defensive people, but they've maintained their position. They're currently like the number 2 scoring defense in the league with a couple things. Good scheme, and it is a good, solid scheme, and play style. And we see some of that play style early.
Aleem McNeil coming off under his own power. He's shaken up.
That's big, Wayne.
Well,
he is really an excellent defensive tackle. He can make plays.
He and DJ Reader are the best tackle combination of the NFC. Packers 2nd and 9 now as McNeil is off the field. Wicks in motion to the left, Love under center, single back offense. Jacobs the lone setback for Green Bay. They stack the receivers to the left. Quick toss to Wicks, makes the catch, gets a block, turns upfield, nowhere to go. Brought down on the 50-yard line number. Just short of the 50, marker to the 49. Al-Quadin Muhammad leaking out from the defensive edge position to make the hit. That's a gain of 3, and the Packers are now 3rd down once again, 3rd and 6.
There was a one-man screen, Christian Watson being the screen, and the Packers were about 3 men short.
Green Bay.
The Lions had that kind of pursuit.
Packers 19th in the league on 3rd down conversions at 38%. Love in the shotgun with a setback to his left. Reed in motion to the right. Here's the snap. Blitz on. They pick it up. Love deep. Lofts it. Left side. Going for Wicks. Overthrown. Incomplete. Wicks had a step on the coverage of Amit Robertson across the 20-yard line on the near left side, but the pass off the mark as Love was under pressure. Not a good sign. Detroit defense getting pressure consistently up front, and the Packers are forced to punt.
So you're absolutely right. And you're talking about guys stepping up. That was time. It was Pat O'Connor, one guy applying the pressure, and the other guys, Mohammed, applying the rest of it.
Here's the snap, moving forward and lifting this kick is Daniel Whelan. And the catch is made, a fair catch inside the 10 of the 9-yard line by Mo Alexander. And the Lions take over, leading by the score of 7-0. 6:38 to go here in the first quarter in Detroit. So we've got a timeout of the field with the Lions on top of the Packers by the score of 7-0. Packers Radio. Presented by American Family Insurance. You're listening to Packers Football.
Best football action on our giant screen TVs, plus score great game day food and drinks. And don't forget to download the ESPN Bet app to explore our action-packed online sportsbook with exclusive odds boosts and cutting-edge features. Join us for all the excitement at Hollywood Casino at Greektown. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Appliance emergency? ABC Warehouse has got you covered. Unexpected appliance breakdown? Don't stress. ABC has flexible financing options to make it easy finding the perfect fit for your budget. From 0% down to low monthly payments, you can say goodbye to that broken appliance and hello to massive savings at ABC Warehouse. In stock. Get it today. Free delivery. ABC Warehouse is the closest thing to wholesale.
Grand Traverse Resort and Spa presents the 30-second radio hour.
Woo! I ask you, Donna, is cross-country skiing great or what? Yeah, I'm speechless too. Finding your true north can really take your breath away. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Discover your true north moment amid the wonders of nature at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa.
Hey, Donna, how about some snowshoeing after this? Are you kidding me?
Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. No truer north.
Wallside's best offer in 80 years. 80 months, no interest, absolutely ends Tuesday. 80 months, no interest, with no down payment. Or save an extra 20% off when you pay cash. Plus, buy one window, get one free. Last chance. 80 months, no interest, or an extra 20% off, plus buy one, get one free. Ends Tuesday, December 10th. Wallside. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
Word from the Lions bench, Aleem McNeil being evaluated in concussion protocols. So we will follow that closely, let you know any developments there.
Yeah, man.
But the Lions already out without some big guns on that defensive line tonight. Yeah. No DJ Reader, no Josh Paschal, no Levi Onwuzurike, and for the moment, no Aleem McNeil. Right now, the offense out there. Made in Michigan is brought to you by Corewell Health. No matter what the challenge, their response is always the same. We can. Here come the Lions now. 3 tight ends set as they break the huddle.
Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision.
Eric Stokes rotating in at right corner.
Lions start this drive at their 8-yard line is where they've spotted it down. 1st and 10. Goff takes under center. Here's the handoff. Montgomery plowing off the right side. Gets it out to the 10-yard line. And a gain of a couple of yards. Brenton Cox was there from the defensive edge along with Lucas Van Ness. And it is 2nd down and 8 for Detroit.
Carl Brooks penetrating on the play, disrupting things.
And the Lions 2nd down. Football to the right hash. 10-yard line of Detroit. Goff in the shotgun. Gibbs to his left. 3 receivers bunch on the left. Single receiver to the right. Here's the toss to Gibbs around the left side. Tries to slip through. Breaks 1 tackle to the 10. But then is stacked up and driven back. 13-yard line outside the left hash marks. Inside the numbers. McDuffie responding with Quay Walker in the linebacking core. A gain of about 3. And it's 3rd down Detroit.
Both those guys you mentioned, Wayne, coming off a real good performance against Miami.
Yes, indeed. Lions are 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions here, facing 3rd down at about 5. Football to the 13-yard line of Detroit. Goff in the shotgun. He's got Gibbs to his right. 3 receivers bunch to the left. Out of that bunch, Williams and Bochin to the right. Snap to Goff, looking clean pocket. Now he's under pressure. He's hit and sacked. Coverage sack. Back on the left hash mark of the 10-yard line. Rashawn Gary, who plays very well here in Michigan, made the hit. 4th down, loss of 3, and the Lions send the punting unit on.
Big moment for Rashawn Gary, scoring that sack in front of the home crowd. And he was working against Penei Sewell, but ended up on Kevin Zeitler running a TE stunt, looping behind his tackle to get home on the play.
Jack Fox can change field position with a swing of his right leg, and he takes the snap in the end zone, moves forward and lifts this kick high in the air, sailing toward the far right side and coming up under it, making the catch, Jaden Reed at the 48-yard line of Green Bay, just inside the 50-yard line number on the far right side. John Kuhn, what do you have?
Well, Wayne, after that last offensive series, what we saw on the field was the same thing Matt LaFleur saw in terms of being able to protect Jordan Love. He came over to the offensive line and said, listen, guys, there are holes downfield. We need some time to hit them. And yes, if they get some time, they will be able to make some shots. I counted a couple wide receivers open on that last drive, and they may have some extra time on this drive specifically, as I'm being told defensive lineman Aleem McNeil is being evaluated for concussion.
Wow, that's huge. 1st and 10, Packers knocking on the Lions' territorial door, 48-yard line of Green Bay. Love in the pistol with a setback 2 yards behind him. Everybody is tight on the line on the left side. 3 receivers pulled in tight to the left. And here's the handoff. Jacobs up the middle. Jacobs shredding defenders inside the 50, down to the Detroit 47-yard line along the right hash marks. Tackle made by Ogdale and Nowaski for Detroit. Gain of 5.
Quan Alexander, one of the very newest Detroit Lions, ran right by Jacobs. Didn't lay a hand on him.
Jacobs 2 carries, 6 yards. 7-0 Detroit. 4:12 to go, first quarter. 3 receivers bunch on the left for Green Bay. Love waiting in the pistol. Now takes the snap. Backpedals, quick throw, left side. Diving grab made out of bounds on the near side by Reed. He secured the catch of the Detroit 43-yard line, just short of the first down. Carlton Davis, one of the best man-to-man cover corners in the business, made the hit.
The ruling on the field is incomplete pass. Please set the game clock to 4:01, please.
Not a good throw.
4:01.
Not a good throw. It was low and toward the sideline and didn't have to be that low. So it is 3rd down of the incomplete pass. Packers in the early going 0 for 1 on 3rd downs. 3rd and 5 to the 47 of Detroit, trailing 7-0 in the first. 3 receivers bunch on the right, single receiver left. Press coverage Detroit, 1 safety high. They crowd the box inside. Love up to the line of scrimmage, maybe changing the protection or the play. Love with a setback to his right. Now they get motion to the left side by Christian Watson. Here's the snap to Love. Rush on, in trouble. Love looking, throws it away left side. The Packers are not picking up the blitzes of the Lions. And that time, Detroit got pressure right away from Ezekiel Turner, who had a sack last week against Chicago. 4th down on the incompletion.
Once again, it was Pat O'Connor chasing Jordan Love out of the pocket and into the waiting arms, besides Turner, of none other than Zadarius Smith.
4th down, Packers going for it. Jordan Love at the line of scrimmage, now in the shotgun. With a setback to his right. Packers trying to pick up a 1st down. Line to gain, Detroit 42. Long count. And now the Packers just trying to draw him off sides, get a penalty marker thrown, and they will send the punting unit on.
Well, folks, delay a game. Offense number 10. That penalty is declined.
I'll be the first to tell you when the offensive line is doing good, but I'll also be the first to tell you we ain't blocking good now.
No, Packers are getting boat raced up front.
Very poorly.
Is elected to enforce that 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
And it seems like, just from our perspective up here, that the Lions are currently just playing faster than we are. We're like a step slow on everything.
Daniel Whelan on punt formation, trying to put another one inside the 20-yard line. Here's the snap. He takes it, moves forward, and gets this kick away. A high end-over-end boot. Fair catch signal is made. The kick drifts toward the near side numbers, and the catch made on the 10-yard line, just beyond the 10 at the 11 by Mo Alexander on the near right side. So the Lions, still leading by the score of 7-0 with 3:50 to go in this first quarter, have their 3rd offensive series upcoming. Packers Radio, presented by American Family Insurance. This is the Packers Radio Network.
Packers football and Miller Lite, Green Bay's greatest pairing, where touchdowns are measured in leaps and snow is the real 12th man. Packers football tastes like Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Expand your tool set with professional power tools from Menards. Metabo represents the gold standard in cordless power tools. Whether you're at home or on the job site, tackle any building project with Metabo power tools. Plus, power tools make great gifts. Metabo cordless drills provide the power and function to make your next job more productive. Pick one up today for just $99 at Menards. Sale price good through December 8th.
More seasons, greetings to you all from Menards.
We're the Packers Scratch Game crew, bringing back Packers Scratch Games for you. The pack is back, and Scratch Games are here. With 4 season tickets you could win for a year. There's instant cash prizes and other bonus drawing surprises.
Packers Scratch Games from the Wisconsin Lottery are back with instant cash prizes and a bonus drawing for 4 season tickets for 1 full season. Prices range from $1 to $10. Available now at all Wisconsin Lottery retailers. Odds of winning a drawing prize depend on number of entries received. Average of $64,000 per year.
4 season tickets for a year.
Attention fans, IT and football strategy have more in common than you think. Like a winning game plan, your business needs a well-executed IT strategy. Software One is the leader in software and cloud solutions. Whether you're facing a blitz of data, looking to land an application in AWS, or need a Hail Mary pass to meet budget savings, Software One will be your lead blocker. Don't get sacked. Call 1-800-444-9890 or visit softwareone.com. Software One, your MVP for software and cloud solutions.
Miller Lite is brewed with great taste and only great taste.
Correction, Darryl, it's just less filling.
Tastes great.
Less filling.
Tastes great.
Less filling.
Celebrate responsibly. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Beer, 96 calories and 3.2 grams carbs per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.
Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Each can contains vibrant dual flavors, making Vizzy your hard seltzer for any vibe. Want to send your favorite Packers to the Pro Bowl games? Vote online daily. Don't miss out. Voting ends December 23rd. Vote today. Packers.com/Pro Bowl. Lions leading 7-0. Take over 1st and 10. 11-yard line of Detroit. And here they are to the line of scrimmage. Jared Goff steps in under center. Jamison Williams in motion to the left. Goff takes short 3-step drop, quick throw left side. Williams makes a juke move on the left and is forced out of bounds by Carrington Valentine. Cross the 15 to the 17-yard line, and that's a gain of 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
Off coverage by Valentine, and nice form tackle to finish it, but 6 yards as Wayne mentioned.
7-0 Detroit Lions, 2nd down and 4. Football to the 17-yard line of Detroit. Single back offense, Goff under center. They get motion to the right side by the tight end Zylstra. Play action, Goff back to throw. Under pressure, rolling right, throws it away right side out of bounds. Eric Wilson got the pressure on Jared Goff that time. And it becomes a 3rd down and 4 for Detroit. The Lions are 2 of 3 on 3rd downs in the early going here.
Came in 4th in the league in 3rd down production. 45+%.
And here they are. Goff in the shotgun with Gibbs to his left, takes the snap, handoff to Gibbs. Up the middle he goes. Gibbs fighting his way. Storm back. Had to get to the 21, and I think he did. Between the hash marks, they picked it up on a 4-yard gain, just enough for the first down. Kenny Clark finally got over to make a hit along with Isaiah McDuffie. That mid-portion of the Detroit Lions offensive line is awfully good.
We've already talked about Ragnow, the center. Kevin Zeitler is having like a career year. He is playing very, very well. Graham Glasgow is kind of a journeyman type, but 2 of the 3 are having special seasons.
Offset eye. Met LaFleur threw the challenge flag across the way. Wants to challenge the mark of this one. So they're apparently going to take a look at it. John Hussey over to have a look. From our vantage point, it looked like he did get the first down. But
the ruling on the field that the runner made the line to gain for a first down. Timeout.
I guess worth a look. Why not? 7-0 Detroit, late going first quarter. Packers Radio presented by American Family Insurance. You're listening to Packers football. The ruling on the field stands. It's a first down for Detroit. John Kuhn, what did you see from your vantage point of the field?
Well, Wayne, it was very, very close. And the one thing you got to consider now is with the Sky Caddy, they're going to fix anything that is definitive, anything that looks for sure to them up top. And quite frankly, in this case, not just moving the ball back 6 inches wins you the challenge. The only way to win the challenge is if you prove it was not a first down.
And the Lions 1st and 10. Football between the hash marks, 21-yard line of Detroit. They work from left to right, leading 7-0. Hand off on the right side goes to Gibbs, and he's piled right down. Outside the hash marks, just inside the 20-yard line number. No gain. Kenny Clark sifting over from the defensive line. Good aggressive pursuit by the Packers front.
Real good job by Kenny Clark playing off the block of Ragnow. Ragnow trying to reach him, prevent him from getting out there. And Kenny Clark just beat him one-on-one.
Patrick and St. Brown to the left side. Jamison Williams flanked wide to the right. Laporta tight end right side of the line. Goff in the shotgun. Gibbs to his left. 2nd and 10 of the 21, and the handoff to Gibbs again. Started to the right, cuts it back to the left, to the outside. Hit at the 20, breaks the tackle. He's to the 25. Should have been taken down at the 22, but nonetheless, he made a good move, a good tackle breaking run out to the 25. Kenny Clark made the hit on the play, gain of about 5.
You know, Gibbs, he's a very, very talented young man. He came in with 163 carries, and with that many carries, still averaging 6 a carry. Wow.
St. Brown to the left side on 3rd down for Detroit. 3rd down and 5. The football just across the 25 on the left hash mark. Goff under center takes. Handoff to Gibbs. Hit in the backfield. Down he goes. Nobody blocked Colby Wooden, and he decks him for a loss of 2 yards. 4th down Detroit. The punting unit is on.
Just great get off by Colby Wooden. Just outstanding. Jumped inside the block of Frank Ragnow. Went right around it.
Loss of 2. It is 4th down for Detroit. Almost 8 yards to go. On and punt formation again is Jack Fox. 3rd in the league at 51-yard average, 46.3 net, and here's the punt. He gets it away, high floater, carrying toward the near side. Penalty marker down, backing up on it, making the catch, drifting back inside the 30 to the 25-yard line is Reed. Penalty marker down on the play. And the preliminary indications against Green Bay. Holding. John Hussey apparently is going to have a conference call on every one of these calls.
During the kick, holding, defense, correction, receiving team, 10-yard penalty. First down.
7-0 Detroit, 35 seconds ago, first
The
quarter.
holding was on number 22.
Robert Rochelle, who made the fumble, the recovery, the muff punt against Miami that basically turned that game inside out. Last week, guilty of a penalty here that backs the Packers up to the 17-yard line. Ball to the left hash mark, Green Bay territory. Packers are working from right to left, and they've not been able to get much going against this revamped Detroit defensive front. Green Bay so far right now, 10 net yards on 8 offensive snaps. I don't know what the holdup is here. And now the Packers break the huddle. They're up to the line of scrimmage. From the 17 at Green Bay, fully loaded shotgun, receivers right and left. Kraft moves in motion to the wing on the right side. 4-man line for Detroit. They show 5 on the blitz. 2 safeties deep, and here's the handoff to Jacobs up the middle, breaks through, across the 20. He's to the 24-yard line. On a gain of about 8 yards, that puts Jacobs over 1,000 yards rushing for the season. And the Lions now have the Packers on a second down coming up. Miles Adams made the stop on the play for Detroit. One of the guys they picked up off the street.
In 13 games, Josh Jacobs goes over 1,000.
Single back offense behind Love, who ducks in under center. Second down and 3, Green Bay off the gain of 7. Love looks it over, and the first quarter comes to a close in Detroit.
This is the end of the first quarter.
1 quarter in the books. Detroit 7, Green Bay nothing. Packers Radio, presented by American Family Insurance. This is the Packers Radio Network.
It's time for some football. As the official ticket marketplace of the Green Bay Packers and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score fully verified Packers tickets. And even if your plans get broken up, or worse, turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Packers.
Miller Lite is brewed with great taste and only great taste.
The Miller Brewing Company would like to issue a correction. Miller Lite is brewed to be less filling. What are you doing here?
Miller Lite tastes great.
Look, I'm just reading the script. It says less filling.
That's not what my script says.
Well, mine says.
We'd like to apologize for the previous announcers. Miller Lite is in fact less filling and tastes great. Time to shine, legal guy.
Celebrate responsibly. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Beer. 96 calories and 3.2 grams carbs per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.
On game day, U.S. Cellular wants you to do less scrolling and more cheering. Whether you're in the stadium or listening to the game on the radio, U.S. Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow cheeseheads. U.S. Cellular is all about a healthier relationship with technology. That means when the game is on, notifications go off. Take the US Mode pledge and commit to more meaningful game day connections. Let's find us again with US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Packers. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
So what's better than a Packers win? Celebrating a Packers win behind the wheel of a newly redesigned 2024 Chevy Traverse Z71. Yeah, that's better. And right now at Quick Trip, for every $1 you spend with Quick Rewards, you'll earn a Fan Zone point to spend in the Packers Zone. Then, with your Quick Rewards app, spend points for your chance to win prizes throughout the season, like a Chevy Traverse Z71. Kick off your winning season with Quick Trip and your Green Bay Packers. See QuickTrip.com/fanzone for details.
Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification of the Green Bay Packers Radio Network. Wayne Larrabee, Larry McCarron, John Kuhn, Ford Field in downtown Detroit. We start the second quarter with the Lions leading the Packers by the score of 7-0. Detroit 90 yards of offense on 20 snaps. The Packers 17 yards on 9 plays from scrimmage. Green Bay now working from left to right with a second down and 3. Football to the 24-yard line of the Packers left hash mark. Bo Melton split to the left side. Watson wide right, goes in motion to the left. Love under center, single back offense. Jacobs the lone setback. Long count, Love takes, backpedals, splits on, quick throw, right side, he's got Watson. Outside the numbers 30, 35, 40, and he's pile drive down, fumbles the football, and the Lions recover. Inside Detroit territory. Detroit football as he was cartwheeled down. Christian Watson lost the ball, and the Lions recover. David Long Jr. gathered it in.
A ruling on the field was a catch by the receiver, subsequently fumbles the ball. Recovered by the defense, goes down.
And Wayne, a wasted great scheme. They sent two receivers vertical, drawing, pushing coverage backwards. Christian Watson coming across the field, underneath that, wide open, and we lose the football.
Big play, erased by the turnover, and now the Lions at the 46-yard line of Detroit take over, leading 7-0. Receivers right and left. Goff under center, single back offense. Montgomery the lone setback. Press coverage by the Packers, two safeties high. Play action, Goff looks, fires it over the middle, and latching on is Laporta inside the 45, close to the first down of the 44 of Green Bay. Quay Walker made the hit. They mark it as a 10-yard gain, first down. Opening minute of play, second quarter, 7-0 Detroit off the Green Bay turnover. The Lions roaring at the Packers 44. Two receivers to the right side, Patrick and Williams. Stack on the right, tight end left side of the line. St. Brown on the wing left side. Now they get motion by Williams to the left. Goff takes, handoff Montgomery up the middle. He fights his way inside the 40, and they're going to mark it at the 40-yard line. Penalty marker flies late, very late. Perhaps for a late hit. McDuffie and Enoch Barre made the stop off a gain of about 4.
Dan Skipper, one of their offensive linemen, ended up on the ground. I'm wondering if a Packer pushed him.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 7. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the run, automatic.
Penalty on Quay Walker. John Kuhn.
Wayne, that's at least the third time I've seen the Packers give an extra shove in after the play. A little bit earlier, I saw Keyshawn Nixon do it with Equanimeous St. Brown, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. That time it was Quay Walker, and quite frankly, we talked about this before the game. It's very important that the Packers play within themselves emotionally in this ball game. The Lions are trying to push the Packers into some of these late hits or unsportsmanlike conducts, and the Packers are buying right into it.
Straight I formation backfield, 1st and 10 off the penalty. 25-yard line at Green Bay. Lions leading 7-0 and threatening. Goff fakes the pass.
Nice.
And now hit as he lofts it deep down the right side of the end zone. It's incomplete. Pressure came quickly, and it looked like it might be Isaiah McDuffie in there on a well-timed blitz.
Just ran over the blocker.
2nd and 10 Detroit. Boy, you get the feeling. I understand we're early going second quarter. You get the feeling that this is the point of the ball game. The Packers don't want to let this game get away from them. Down 7-0 already and not doing much on offense. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Goff in the shotgun. Gibbs to his right. Jamison Williams in motion to the right side. Packers man-to-man. Here's the handoff to Gibbs up the middle. Stood up, driven back. Kevin Zeitler was trying to execute the block, but Devontae Wyatt would have none of it and stacked him up. No gain. It is 3rd and 10 Detroit at the Green Bay 25. Very important the Packers get a hold here and force no worse than a field goal.
Yeah, Zeitler just losing his one-on-one. His 111th didn't get taken care of on that play.
3rd and 10, Detroit, 3 of 5 and third downs already. Got to get a handle on them here. 3 receivers bunch on the left. Out of that bunch, they move 2 receivers to the left. Laporta and St. Brown.
Just saw Lucas Van Ness being helped to the locker room.
Shotgun snap, Goff waits, looks, throws, incomplete. Undershot as a tender receiver over the middle, and it is 4th down. I believe he's trying to get that to Jamison Williams near the 20-yard line. Aaron Mosby coverage on the play for the Packers, and they got pressure on Goff as well. That sends the field goal unit on. Who did you say was going to the locker room?
Lucas Van Ness. Good response to an adverse situation by the Green Bay Packers.
Jake Bates for field goal tries. 19 of 20, 5 for 5 from 50+. This will be a 43-yard field goal attempt off the right hash mark. Out of the hold of Jack Fox, the punter. Here's the snap and the placement. The kick is on its way, and it is good. So he drills it, and the Lions have a 10-0 lead. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the U.S. Cellular broadcast booth, this is the Packers Radio Network.
Hi, John McGivern here. Did you know Network Health has been a leader in providing health plans in Wisconsin for over 41 years? A lot has changed in the last 4 decades, and Network Health remains as dependable and reliable as ever, providing health plans in 25 Wisconsin counties to over 126,000 members and growing. Join them. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Here in Green Bay, we love a great game. The thrill of a big hit, a huge score. Nobody loves winning more. But in order to win, you gotta get in the game. And for us, there's only one place to play. Oneida Casino Hotel. Whether it's doubling down on a solid hand or trying your luck on big name slots, Oneida's got the action. Plus great places to eat. And after all the excitement, a comfortable full-service hotel to unwind. In Green Bay, winners stay and play at Oneida Casino Hotel. Official casino hotel of the Green Bay Packers. Please gamble responsibly.
My name is Kurt Bechtold. Since my grandfather founded the Walbeck Group in 1930, our family of companies have been helping people reach their destinations. We help our team members grow their careers. We help our customers by manufacturing high-quality aggregate and asphalt and in the delivery of our unparalleled engineering and construction services. And most importantly, we help the communities where we live and work. We are Walbeck, a proud partner of the Green Bay Packers. Visit wearewalbeck.com to learn how we can help you.
New Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, a non-carbonated refresher with alcohol for weekend flavor any day of the week. Like when you get a case of the Mondays, swap it for the bright fruit flavors of Happy Thursday. Or when Tuesday needs a tune-up, look forward to Happy Thursday. And by Wednesday, you're already halfway there. So drink in the weekend flavor of Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, weekend flavor any day of the week. Celebrate responsibly, non-carbonated, naturally flavored with other natural flavors. 21 and up, contains alcohol. 2024 Molson Coors Beverage Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin beer.
Injured, call the personal injury attorneys of Hupy and Abraham. Voted best, rated best, year after year. Hupy and Abraham, over $1 billion collected for their clients. Visit Hupy.com. Life is about balancing what you need with what you want. You know what you want. Fox Communities Credit Union has what you need. Lions, 29 yards, 6 plays to a field goal following the fumble lost by Christian Watson. It's 10-0 Detroit, 13 minutes to go in this first half. Jake Bates getting set to boom it from right to left. Keyshawn Nixon back deep. I don't expect he's going to get a chance with this one. As I mentioned before, Bates, 62 touchbacks, ranked second in the NFL. Here's the run-up and the booming kick. And this one sails through the end zone on the far left side. John Kuhn, what do you have for us?
Guys, Lucas Van Ness went into the locker room during that last break. I'm being told that it's a thumb injury, but he did not look like he was in serious pain, and he was actually on his hurry trying to get to the locker room, probably going to get taped up or get a splint or something on there. The story of this game has been the pressure on Jordan Love, and the Lions have now blitzed 5 out of Jordan Love's 7 dropbacks early on in this ballgame. I'm sure Matt LaFleur has an answer for it, possibly some more underneath routes like we saw with Christian Watson there. If the linebackers are going to trigger, got to take advantage of those field zones.
First and 10, 30-yard line of Green Bay Packers from left to right, trailing 10-0, single back offense, Love under center. 2 receivers stack on the left. Here's the handoff. Jacobs picks his hole up the middle between the hash marks, fights his way to the 34-yard line, a gain of 4. Ogden and Campbell on the stop for Detroit.
Packers pulling both Sean Ryan and Zach Tom. That's where the yardage came, right behind them.
Second down and 6 for Green Bay. Football between the hash marks. Tucker Kraft flanked wide to the left side, outside the numbers on the left. Wicks in the slot left side, single receiver right. Reed in motion to the left. Handoff goes to Jacobs, right side, breaks through 40, outside the numbers 45, right sidelines 50. Collared down out of bounds in Detroit territory near the 47-yard line of the Lions. In front of the Detroit bench, Kirby Joseph, the safety, made a high tackle attempt to get him down, and the Packers pick up 19.
Have to point out, because we mentioned him leaving before to be examined for a concussion, Ali McNeil is back on the field for the Lions.
First and 10, football to the 47 of Detroit. Lions leading 10-0 early going second quarter. Tucker Kraft in the slot left side. Fully loaded shotgun, Jordan Love. Empties a barrel, moves man in motion to the right, now hands it off to that man. It is Wilson, Emmanuel Wilson off right tackle, had an opening behind the blocking of Ryan and Zach Tom. And Al-Quadin Muhammad brought him down to the 40, a gain of 7.
Packers getting their footing up front right now. Several good runs in this drive.
Jacobs, 5 carries, 36 yards, leading the way for the Packers on the ground. Ball to the right hash mark, 40-yard line of Detroit, 2nd and 3, Green Bay. 10-0 Detroit, second quarter. Kraft flanked wide to the left. Wicks in the slot left side. Watson to the right. And here's the handoff to the running back, Chris Brooks off right tackle. Tough sledding and a pile up inside the 40. Close to the first down near the 37-yard line of Detroit. Pat O'Connor, defensive lineman. Quan Alexander, outside linebacker on the hits for Detroit. And they move the chains at a gain of 3. First and 10 Packers. Football now at the 37-yard line of Detroit. Trying to get a handle on this game and get a drive going. It's the first time we've seen the Packers with any kind of rhythm in this game tonight. 3 receivers on the left, 2 of them tight ends. Single back offense, Jacobs the lone back. Kraft motion to the right, Love under center, and what do we get? Penalty markers down. Looked like there was some contact.
O'Connor shoved Josh Myers prior to the snap.
Yep.
Pat O'Connor, one of the many backups.
Defense, number 95. 5-yard penalty. First down.
First and 5 now. Football moves to the 32-yard line of Detroit. The Packers are working from left to right in this second quarter. Green Bay now 54 yards rushing on 9 running attempts. Jacobs the lone sent back on first and 5 from the 32. 3 receivers on the left and off that trio. Kraft in motion to the right. Watson split to the right. Under center is Love, and he takes on the handoff to Jacobs. Into the left side of the line. Jacobs stood up and turned back. Near the 31-yard line, barely a yard there. Nobody blocked in front. And Jacobs was up for grabs. Campbell coming in for the linebacking core pretty much untouched. Second down, Green Bay. 4 yards to go. Football just inside the 31 of Detroit.
There was a host of Lions making that tackle. And when we talk about play style, that's what we're talking about.
Yep.
And whether they're starters or backups, they maintain that play style.
Second down, Green Bay, a little less than 4 yards to go. Reed in the slot, right side motions. Handoff, Jacobs running hard up the middle. Breaks the tackle between the hash marks. Gets lower than low and drives inside the 25-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 25. It's a first down, Green Bay. Campbell made the tackle.
Sean Ryan slow to get up.
Oh, my goodness.
And that was after that play where he and Zach Tom Pull was productive earlier in the drive. They went back to it, productive again, but Sean Ryan being attended to as he leaves the field. Kadeem Telfort replaces Ryan at right guard. Telfort's played a lot of guard, not necessarily for the Packers, but in his college career.
So the Packers now, first and 10 at the 25 of Detroit. Looking for their first points of the game, trending 10-0 second quarter. Fully loaded shotgun, slot right. Single receiver to the left side, press coverage on Watson to the left. Here's the handoff, Jacobs around the left end. Penalty marker down, and Jacobs goes down. Penalty marker thrown behind the play usually means offensive holding. Is it offensive holding, or could it be defense? They are looking at the Lions. Let's see what they call. They're calling holding on Green Bay.
Holding. Offense number 74. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Elton Jenkins earning the rag.
If I'm not mistaken, 5th penalty against Green Bay. So the penalty moves the football back to the 35-yard line of Detroit. It is 1st and 20 Green Bay. 10-0 Lions. 8:29 to go in the second quarter. 3 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. Love back to throw. They pick up the blitz. Love a throw right side. He's got Tucker Kraft knocked down immediately. Good open field, sure tackle made by Brian Branch. Inside the 30 near the 28-yard line of Detroit. Gain of about 7.
With Branch and Kirby Joseph, the Lions are blessed with safety play. Both of them fine players. Joseph getting a lot of notoriety this year because of his 7 interceptions, but Brian Branch is a fine player as well.
Best safety tandem in the league, bar none. 3 receivers bunch on the right, single receiver to the left, Love under center. 2nd down and about 12 for Green Bay. Reed in motion to the left side from the Lions 28. Here's the snap, back to throw. Love under pressure, steps up, takes it himself. Got running room at the 20. Outside the numbers 15, races out of bounds. 1st down near the 13-yard line of Detroit. And the Packers move into scoring range.
Got a big assist downfield from Bo Melton. And Bo Melton does that consistently almost every game. Really helps out downfield with some blocking.
14-yard run. The biggest run of the night so far for the Packers. 2nd biggest for the Packers. Packers are in the Case IH red zone. Football to the 13-yard line of Detroit. Green Bay trailing 10-0 second quarter, but threatening. Love under center. Reed motion to the left side. Jacobs thrown setback. Long count. Now Reed motions back to the right. Give Jacobs running to the left. Hit from behind and pulled down. Penalty marker thrown to the play. Tackle made by Ezekiel Turner with McNeil helping out. Turner coming in from the near side, and it might be a penalty against Detroit for a high tackle attempt. I wonder if they got the face mask. John Hussey will not give you a call very quickly.
They are rather deliberate.
Oh, my goodness.
Illegal use of the hands. Hands to the face defense. Number 99. 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. Automatic. 1st down.
The Za'Darius Smith project on the penalty. All right, this moves the Packers off the penalty inside of the 10-yard line to the 8-yard line of Detroit. The Lions are leading 10-0. We are second quarter. 6:53 to go in the second quarter. And the Packers on the doorstep. 1st down and goal to go at the 8.
Middle of the pack, 15th in the red zone, and that was... They've been upwardly mobile as of late. The Lions defense, 2nd.
Under center is Love. Jacobs, the long setback. Handoff Jacobs off the right side. Pierces through. Inside the 5. Pile drives right hash marks. Down near the 3-yard line of Detroit. Josh Jacobs starting to run with authority and wear down the Detroit front. Smith and Turner collaborate for the Lions. A gain of 5.
Jacobs cutting behind the block of Josh Myers up front. Real nice read, real nice block.
Reed heads off. Wicks comes on in the receiving core for Green Bay. Football to the 3-yard line of Detroit. It's 2nd down and goal. Wicks and Watson stacked to the left. 2 tight ends right side of the line. Love in the pistol. And he's got Jacobs right behind him. Give Jacobs, burrowing his way. Fake to Jacobs. Quick throw, right side, incomplete. I thought he gave it to Jacobs. Good play fake. He had Tucker Kraft open on the right and overshot him. Just a bad throw.
Just a miss on the part of Jordan's part.
Yep.
No, the wide delay worked perfectly. Kraft blocking for a couple of counts. Out into the flat. It was there.
And the Packers punch this across. Goal-to-go situations, they're only 7 of 24, 71%. Out of the shotgun, Jacobs to the right side of Love. 3 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. Snap to Love, looking around. In a tight pocket, steps, fires, throws left side off the hands of the intended receiver, Chris Watson. And intercepted in the deep secondary in the end zone. And coming out of the end zone as a penalty marker flies.
They're going to get Detroit for pass interference.
I think so. Tucker Kraft made the hit.
The deflector was the guilty party.
Yeah, that was Terrion Arnold on the deflection, and I believe it was Branch who came up with it. No, I beg your pardon. It was not Branch. The man who came up with it was Carlton Davis. But this is going to give the Packers a new life.
Pass interference. Defense, number 0. That foul occurred in the end zone. Ball placed at the 1-yard line. Automatic. First down.
So a couple of penalties on Detroit have helped fuel this Packers drive. Green Bay in a time-consuming drive. 10 plays, 67 yards, 7 minutes, 12 seconds off the clock.
Keep that defense out there.
Love ducks in under center. Josh Myers. Jacobs the lone setback. They've got a wing set up on the right side. Watson split wide left. Give Jacobs, barrels his way left side of the line and barrels into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Packers enjoying the battle. They just blew people up off the left side of that line. Al-Quadin Mohammed on the ground.
Packers getting a lot of mileage out of the running game. Beating that Lion defense down.
Jack Campbell spewed on the ground. They were splattered, and the Packers are on the board and right back into the game. 5:35 to go, second quarter. Point after try now. Signals are being called. Here's the snap, the placement made. Swing to the right leg. Kick is up, and it is good by Brandon McManus. So 5:35 to go in this first half of play. It's now Detroit 10, Green Bay 7. The Packers on that drive. Wow, big-time drive for Green Bay. 11 yards, 11 plays, 70 yards. Jacobs capping it with his touchdown. And for Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown run of the season, 10th touchdown overall. Give us an opportunity here since they're waiting. I don't know why they haven't gone to a break here, but the officials are conferring.
Because TV pays a lot of money.
Well, they haven't gone. They're supposed to go to a break so TV can pay its bills.
TV gets to tell them when.
Packers Radio presented by American Family Insurance. You're listening to Packers Football.
Find your nearest location. Grand Traverse Resort and Spa presents the 30-second radio hour.
You know, honey, I'm glad we took some time just for us this weekend.
I know. Getting in touch with our True North keeps the romance alive.
That tickles.
Just let go and relax.
What's your True North moment? Find out at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa.
I should have said yes to this a long time ago.
I told you. A mani-pedi for couples is the best.
Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. No truer north.
When choosing a company to install or repair your AC, heat, or electrical, you want a company you can trust. A company with experience and integrity. For over 50 years, Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical has built their business on honesty and providing quality services and craftsmanship for a fair price. They service all brands, and their estimators don't work on commission. So they won't sell you anything you don't need or want. Family. It's not just the name of their company, but the way they do business. Family and Red Trucks. In the red zone for you. Visit FamilyHeating.com. That's FamilyHeating.com.
All right, back here at Ford Field. Packers go 70 yards, 11 plays, 7:26 off the clock. Jacobs in from a yard out. Arnold, pass interference, critical call on that drive. Illegal use of the hands against Zadarius Smith. That was critical as well, no doubt, as the Lions see the Packers score for the first time tonight. Today's game brought to you by the Ford Motor Company, the official automotive company of the Lions Radio Network.
And it's hard to know who they're going to go to, Dan. I mean, they spread the ball out. They got 5 players that have 4 touchdowns, so you just don't know where Jordan Love is going with the ball.
No doubt. They got a number of weapons on that team, but you know most of the time it's going to be number 8.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Lions offense got to get going a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
Run game has been seen a little bit of too much penetration at times, which is forcing maybe some cutbacks when you don't want to. Want to see what kind of adjustments Ben Johnson's going to make. Maybe some down blocks, maybe some outside tosses. We haven't really seen the Lions rushing attack try to threaten that edge too much. I want to see if maybe that's an adjustment we can see from Ben Johnson.
Craig Reynolds, Sione Baki back deep for Detroit.
Flavors. For that weekend flavor any day of the week. Kickoff from left to right by McManus. High end over end kick deep into the end zone. Fielded by Craig Reynolds. Drops to his right knee. And it'll be first down coming up for Detroit from the 30-yard line. Scoring drive summary sponsored by Chevrolet. 70 yards in 11 plays, 1-yard touchdown run. Josh Jacobs for the Packers. Chevrolet proud to be the best-selling brand of Wisconsin, official vehicle of the Green Bay Packers. Trust Chevy on your team. Visit your local Chevy dealer today. So Detroit 1st and 10, and here they are to the line of scrimmage. Montgomery the lone setback. 2 receivers stack on the left side. Single receiver to the right, Goff under center. Packers a 4-man down line. They get motion by Gibbs to the right side. Here's the handoff to Montgomery. Slips the defender, cuts to his right, now to his left. Finding running room across the 35 outside the left hash mark. He's out near the 38-yard line. 8-yard run on the play for the Detroit Lions running back. Colby Wooden made the tackle downfield with Javon Bullard from the secondary.
Montgomery is known as their hammer of their 2 backs, but I'll tell you what, he can bounce around pretty well, too.
He does, yeah.
He can jump cut with the best of them.
2nd and 2 for Detroit. 10-7 Lions on top, second quarter. Under center is Goff, single back offense. St. Brown motions to the right. And Goff fakes the handoff, looks to throw, fires it over the middle. He got it man wide open between the hash marks. Williams makes the catch. And a first down, Detroit in Green Bay territory. Quay Walker made the hit. Pickup of 20 yards. And the Lions go no huddle. Goff shifts into the shotgun. Slot left, single receiver to the right. The tight end's in line right side. Here's the snap to Goff, first down. Swings it out, Montgomery picks up a block. Turns upfield, rope down from behind along the left hash marks as he cut it from left to right and is brought down inside the 40 at the 37-yard line. Wooden and Clark make the stop, gain of 5. John Kuhn.
Guys, you may notice Zane Anderson's out there playing safety right now. That's because Evan Williams has been taken to the locker room. He's being evaluated for a concussion. I'll give you more information when I get it.
Oh, boy. Not good. Second down and 5 for Detroit. Football to the Green Bay 37. Goff in the shotgun. He's got Montgomery to his left. 2 receivers stack on the right. Single receiver flank to the left. That's Williams. Packers with a single safety high. They're pressed up on the corners. The snap to Goff. Rushes on. They pick up the blitz. Lost the left side. Threw it behind. Jamison Williams.
The blitzer you mentioned, Wayne, was none other than Zane Anderson. His rep mostly due to special teams. He's a leading special teams tackler. Hasn't had a ton of repetitions from scrimmage. Getting some tonight.
Williams open just a bit down the left sidelines and near the Green Bay 20. Pass off the mark. Third down for Detroit now. Lions are 3 of 6 on third downs, facing 3rd and 5. At the Green Bay 37-yard line, Goff under center. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff, under pressure. He steps up, he fires it short over the middle. He's got Montgomery. First down, hammered down. Cutting through the hash marks from right to left. Down he goes to the 31-yard line. Gain of 6 and enough for the first down. Wilson and McDuffie made big hits on the play.
Montgomery just helping out, chipping on Kenny Clark, and then checking out of the backfield. Goff finds him. Did a good job of stepping up in the pocket.
10-7 Detroit, 3:15 to go in this first half. Packers will get the ball to start the second half. 2 receivers form a slot to the right side. St. Brown now motions that way from left to right. Goff in the shotgun, Gibbs to his right.
Packers in nickel.
Green Bay 31, play action. Goff takes, bootlegs right, pump fakes. Now throws, right side. He's got Laporta outside the numbers at the 20, cutting toward the far sideline, stacked up. As the whistle sounds, inside the Green Bay 20, and some extracurricular pushing and shoving going on. Bullard and Nixon team up on the hits. Couldn't tell who instigated it. John Kuhn, did you get a look at it?
Yeah, pretty much everybody for the Lions are instigating on every single play, guys. They know if they give a little shove, a little push, it's going to get inside the heads of this Packers defense. Good job there by the Packers, not responding, just a lot of close talking.
13-yard gain, though, and it's first down for Detroit inside the red zone at the Green Bay 18-yard line. Lions are leading 10-7. We are second quarter and getting late. Coming up on the 2-minute warning for the first half. Goff marshals his team to the line of scrimmage. Single back offense. Receivers right and left. Soft coverage by the Packers. Single safety high, and the handoff goes to Gibbs, bouncing left to the outside, forced to the outside. And outside the numbers, he's hit and taken back at the 15-yard line. Excellent play made on the flank of that by Javon Bullard with Quay Walker in pursuit.
This is The 2-minute warning.
So a gain of a couple of yards there, gain of 3, 2nd and 7 when we resume. Nearing halftime, it's Detroit 10, Green Bay 7, Packers Radio. Presented by American Family Insurance. This is the Packers Radio Network.
Your favorite green and gold football team only plays 17 regular games a season. But North Dakota is the place to play all year round. Kick off a great vacation in our breathtaking landscapes. Keep your team hustling with all of our live entertainment and attractions. Then catch the fish of your life. If your goal is fun, just say, hello, North Dakota. Start planning at helloND.com. North Dakota, be legendary.
Ho ho! Welcome to the Make It Jingle with Kris Kringle podcast. Today we're talking to Jan from Toyota, all about Toyotathon.
Hi!
So, Jan, got any red Tacomas?
Yeah, we have a great selection of vehicles, including Tacomas.
After my big job, I'm taking the missus down to Florida to go surfing.
Did you say Florida? Can the elves and I go too?
Dealer inventory may vary. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 6th. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Derek Jeter for American Family Insurance.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they'll help protect your family's dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, a future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina, you can count on an American Family Insurance agent to help you dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Whether you're an artist playing accountant, a barista trying to be a bean counter, or a student just looking to get started, the UW Credit Union app lets you be free to be you with free credit scores, free online bill pay, and the ability to send money to friends. Because with fewer fees, you can do more of what you love. UW Credit Union, here for every you. Join today at uwcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
The 2-minute warning is presented by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council. Feel the power with a career as a union laborer. Learn more at LiunaWisconsin.org. Chevrolet, proud to be the best-selling brand of Wisconsin, official vehicle of the Green Bay Packers. Trust Chevy on your team. Visit your local Chevy dealer today. Lions have driven to the 15-yard line of Green Bay. Minute 53 to go here in this first half. 10-7 Detroit. Laporta wide to the right side. Williams in motion to that side. St. Brown as well. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Patrick wide to the left side. Press coverage on him. Snap to Laporta. Should say quick toss to Laporta. Right side. Riding the wave inside the 10 to the 5. Down to the 4-yard line. Walker made the stop. Well executed play to the flank of the offense on the right side. And then with plenty of blocking, picks up yardage inside the 5.
Blockers out there because it's a plain vanilla screen. Got out there in good shape. Laporta runs it well. Key block by Penei Sewell. Just good execution.
And it's first down and goal to go. 11-yard gain to the Green Bay 4. 10-7 Detroit. In the shotgun is Goff with Montgomery to his left. Motion by the tight end. Here's the handoff to Montgomery. Takes his way, tries to drive forward to the end zone, and he's turned back inside the 1. Behind the best offensive line in football, David Montgomery is a tough customer to handle.
Charge timeout, Green Bay. This will be a 30-second timeout. Please set the game clock to 1:01, please. 1:01. Thank you.
Packers had that goal line stand in the Miami game. 3 shots from the 1. Didn't get it in. Ball's just inside the 2 right now.
Could use another one here, another stop here. The other thing is turnovers, Rock. They're becoming hard to come by for the Packers of late. Just 2 interceptions in the last 7 games. They have forced their share of fumbles, but nonetheless, could use a turnover here. Under center is Goff. Lions are 7th best in the league at just 11 turnovers per game. Montgomery, the lone back off quarterback sneak, drive forward. Did he get it? No indication yet. I think he's just short, inches short. Lions say they've got a touchdown. Do the officials.
There's going to be a lot of disappointed people.
The runner was touched down short of the line to gain. It will be third down.
Third down and inches, Detroit. Can the Packers get a stop here? Lions 30 of 35, 86% in goal-to-go situations. Third best in the NFL.
By rule, inside 2 minutes, when replay changes an aspect of the play, we must run 10 seconds. Green Bay has elected to use their last timeout in lieu of the 10-second runoff. Third and final charge timeout, Green Bay.
With champagne-like bubbles in an iconic glass bottle, Miller High Life, a quality beer within everyone's reach. Crisp, refreshing, and unpretentious, Miller High Life. Welcome to the High Life. Game situation, 51 seconds to go in the first half. Third down, goal to go, inside the 1 yard line for the Detroit offense. They lead 10-7.
It is third down and goal. Third and goal.
John Hussey making sure the 65,000 plus in attendance. No game situation.
I'll tell you what, Wayne, there's not a lot of green here today.
No. Nope.
Not surprisingly, the Detroit fans waited a long time for this kind of football team.
Yep, for a team this good. They've been in control here tonight for the most part and are looking to take a 10-point lead into halftime.
Please set the game clock to 1 minute, please. 1-0-0.
Boy, we're having trouble with getting this first half done, aren't we? With the timer and the timeouts and goodness. Now we're ready to go.
Methodical. That's how I would describe
this
our
officiating crew.
Mm-hmm. Methodical.
Double tight ends, left side of the line. Montgomery, the lone back, off under center. Third down, goal to go inside the 1. Give Montgomery slamming the right side. Stacked up and swarmed down.
How's that?
Off the right side, the Packers swarmed to the football, led by Kenny Clark, who got there first.
Outstanding work.
He lost about a yard on that play.
Outstanding work.
I'll tell you what, Rock, he lost almost 2 yards. Football back to the 2 yard line. Fourth down, Detroit. Can the Packers get a stop here? The Lions going for it, of course.
Kenny Clark just bringing it strong.
Lions are 65% of fourth down conversions, 11 of 17, 13th in the league.
Now 2 yards. That's a whole different story.
And they're just waiting, winding the clock down. Detroit has 3 timeouts left.
First charge timeout, Detroit.
So they get the clock stopped.
30-second timeout.
With 14 seconds to go.
That was some kind of play, as you mentioned, led by Kenny Clark.
Still 10-7 Detroit. The Packers, do they have one more left in them to hold off the Lions here? This would be huge. Hey fans, want your family to be warm during brutal Wisconsin winters? The knowledgeable, friendly dealers at Bryant Heating and Cooling do whatever it takes to keep your furnace running efficiently. Find your local dealer at Bryant.com. John Kuhn.
Listen, guys, Dan Campbell's not shy for making big-time decisions in moments of games, and this is just another one. And you wondered, with them coming in as the favorite to win.
Gibbs popped wide open on the right side.
Got Isaiah McDuffie in coverage. And that's a tough chance for Isaiah McDuffie. And Gibbs' movement skills. Tough chance.
16-7 Detroit, pending the extra point. This is the number 1 scoring offense in the National Football League, and they've been every bit of that here tonight. Jacob Bates' point after is up, and it is good. 17-7, 11 seconds to go before halftime. Detroit drive, 12 plays, 70 yards. Gibbs on a 2-yard touchdown reception. Nobody loves the thrill of the game more than Green Bay, and there's only one place in town where the game is always on. Oneida Casino, official casino of the Green Bay Packers. Want to send your favorite Packers to the Pro Bowl games? Vote online daily. Don't miss out. Voting ends December 23rd. Vote today. Packers.com/Pro Bowl. Wayne Larrivee, Larry McCarron, John Kuhn, Ford Field in Detroit. Major matchup in the NFC North. The 11-1 Lions, the 9-3 Packers. Detroit in the first half leading 17-7, 11 seconds to go. Packers will receive the football to start the second half. Don't think they want anything to do with a Keyshawn Nixon return here, but let's see. Bates has hit 3 times, and all of them through the end zone. Here's the run-up from right to left, and his kickoff. Get a high floater, and sails to the back line of the end zone and through. So, no timeouts, 11 seconds to go, and the Packers will have it at their 30. One turnover in this game, and it erased a major pass play to Christian Watson, and the Lions converted to a field goal on that one.
And when the Lions don't have a turnover, they average 40-plus points per game.
Like I said, they only have 11 turnovers this season. Packers drop to a knee off the snap, and we'll go to halftime. Green Bay trailing by 10. That equals the biggest margin of the game.
This is the end of the second quarter.
The halftime report presented by Ascension, Wisconsin is next. Packers Radio presented by American Family Insurance. This is the Packers Radio Network.
At Case IH, we know you work hard all year to maximize your yield at harvest. And to do that, you need a combine that works as hard as you do. That's why we built the new AF11 with more horsepower, more efficiency, and more capacity than any other combine out there. Plus, built-in automation to harvest more easily than ever before. To do more with every engine hour, you need equipment that's as good as you are. You need the best in your field. Visit your local Case IH dealer for more on the AF11.
Hi, it's Pro Football Hall of Famer Leroy Butler. Ready to score great deals with Pick and Save? Proud grocer of the Green Bay Packers. Earn double fuel points with a Boost membership when you shop in-store or online with free pickup or delivery. And don't forget the ripe and ready Mission Produce avocados or delicious game day guacamole. Go for the win with Pick and Save. Learn more at pickandsave.com/Leroy's Picks.
Hey, Wayne Larrivee here with some exciting news. Chevy Red Tag offers are back just in time for the holidays. Don't miss your chance to unwrap incredible deals on powerful and capable trucks like Silverado, Chevy's full lineup of stylish EVs, and the all-new 2025 Equinox. Find your tag and find your deal on an exceptional lineup. All great reasons why I drive Chevy, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers. See your Southeastern Wisconsin Chevy dealer today and visit WisconsinDriveChevy.com.
What happens when you call your insurance company?
If you have water in your basement, press 1.
Most big companies have a recorded message or an app.
If you are in your living room and see sky when you look up, press 2.
But when something bad happens, you just want to talk to a person. On a day like that phone line can end up feeling like a lifeline. At a time like that, you want a company like West Bend. Because the worst brings out our best.
If there is a tree in your bedroom, press 3.
Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
The Halftime Report is presented by Ascension, Wisconsin. When it comes to healthcare, we all need a winning strategy. The best way to get there is through Ascension Wisconsin Care Teams. Schedule now at ascension.org/Wisconsin Care. I'm Chandra Lynn, and from Detroit at the half, it's 17-7, Lions are up. Let's get to the highlights. Kicking off Week 14, the Lions have won 10 straight, and the Pack are hoping to snap that streak, but it was the Lions who got on the board first in their opening drive. 11 plays to make it 7-0 Detroit with 9:41 to go, then forcing the Packers to punt 3 minutes later. Green Bay did stop the Lions, though, on their next drive.
Snap to Goff, looking clean pocket. Now he's under pressure. He's hit and sacked. Coverage sack. Back on the left hash mark of the 10-yard line. Rashawn Gary.
Gary now has 7 sacks against Detroit Detroit since 2020. That is the most in the NFL over that span. With just under 5 minutes to go, the Packers were forced to punt the ball away. They didn't let Detroit get too far, though, with another third down stop from our defense.
Goff under center, takes handoff to Gibbs, hit in the backfield, down he goes. Nobody blocked Colby Wooden, and he decks him for a loss of 2 yards. 4th down, Detroit. The punting unit is on.
Shortly into the second quarter, with the Lions still up 7-0, Detroit forced a fumble, but were held to a 43-yard field goal that just went in. The Lions were up now 10-0, and we have 13 minutes left in the half. The Packers' next drive had a little bit of everything, and Jordan Love got Green Bay into the red zone with his legs.
Here's the snap. Back to throw. Love under pressure. Steps up. Takes it himself. Got running room at the 20. Outside the numbers 15. Races out of bounds. First down near the 13-yard line of Detroit.
And the 11th play of the drive, they did get into the end zone.
Watson split wide left. Give Jacobs, barrels his way left side of the line and barrels into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Packers enjoying the battle.
The extra point is good. It's 10-7 Detroit with just over 5 minutes to go in the half. And after 12 plays, the Lions were 4th and goal, went for it, adding another TD to the board. With the extra point good, the Lions are up by 10 as we head into the half. Should note, Evan Williams is being evaluated for a concussion. We'll take a look around the league next. Packers Radio is presented by American Family Insurance. This is the Packers Radio Network.
Think you know all the Lambeau Field Atrium has to offer? Think again. Shop, eat, meet, greet, see, look, leap, love, learn, laugh, share, experience. From Lambeau Field tours to the Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame. From the Packers Pro Shop to 1919 Kitchen and Tap. Even holding company meetings to hosting special events. Take it all in. Go all out. Experience the energy and vibe only the Lambeau Field Atrium can offer. Visit Packers.com to learn more.
At Prevea Orthopedics and HSHS Hospitals, we understand all the ways you move. From the ways you love to move, to the ways you need to move, and the ways you want to move. Movement looks different for everyone. That's why we specialize in you, providing the expert care you need for all the ways you move. To schedule an appointment, visit Prevea.com/ortho.
Hi, it's Pro Football Hall of Famer Leroy Butler. Ready to score great deals with Pick and Save? Proud grocer of the Green Bay Packers. Earn double fuel points with a Boost membership when you shop in-store or online with free pickup or delivery. And don't forget the ripe and ready Mission Produce avocados or delicious game day guacamole. Go for the win with Pick and Save. Learn more at pickandsave.com/Leroy's Picks.
Hi, this is Wayne Lara, the voice of the Green Bay Packers. If you've been involved in an accident, choose the team with the winning record for more than 50 years. The team that has collected over $1 billion for their clients. The team I would call. Hupy and Abraham. Pick the winning team. The team with the win or it's free guarantee. Call 1-800-800-5678. 1-800-800-5678. Or on the web at Hupy.com. Hupy and Abraham. Available 24/7, 365. Visit Hupy.com today.
The Halftime Report is presented by Ascension, Wisconsin. When it comes to healthcare, we all need a winning strategy, and the best way to get there is through Ascension Wisconsin Care Teams. Schedule now at ascension.org/Wisconsin Care. The Packers are down 17-7 against the Lions at Ford Field. Taking a look around the rest of the NFL as we continue Week 14 with 7 noon games on Sunday. The 10-2 Vikings host the 6-6 Falcons. Then we have Jacksonville visiting the Titans. The Jets travel south to take on the Dolphins. It's the Saints against the Giants. The Panthers will be in Philly against the Eagles, who are first in the NFC East. The Browns and Steelers also taking place at noon, and the Raiders will be in Tampa Bay. Your late afternoon games start with the battle in the NFC West as Seattle, who are in first, take on the Cardinals, who are in second. And they will be in Arizona. The Bills and the Rams at 3:25. The Bears go west to take on the 49ers for their first game with interim coach Thomas Brown, as Matt Eberflus was fired after their Thanksgiving loss against the Lions. Also, we have the Chargers. They're in Kansas City for Sunday night football. On Monday night, it's the Bengals and the Cowboys in Dallas. Packers Radio is presented by American Family Insurance. This is the Packers Radio Network.
Hey,
Green Bay, there's a new addition to the roster this season with the speed and depth to take us all the way. I'm talking about Circle K, my friends. Green Bay's newest on-the-go get-it-fast store. Stocking up for tailgating? There's nowhere better than Circle K. With tasty hot grillers and snacks, thirst-destroying beverages, and high-quality fuel to help your engine go longer than Sweet Donnie D. So game up on game day and every day at Circle K. Now with 3 neighborhood Green Bay locations.
Folks, here in the Midwest, you can pair Leinenkugels with anything. Like finding out playing bags at the lake goes great with the Leinenkugels. Or finding out eating a really burnt marshmallow tastes even better with a Leinenkugels. Or finding out relaxing after a day at the lake is better with a Leinenkugels. Leinenkugels Summer Shandy, Grapefruit Shandy, or Juicy Peach pairs with anything. Leinenkugels, flavor the moment. 2024, Jacob Leinenkugel Brewing Company, Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. Celebrate responsibly.
Packer fans, Mott's Matt for Brewpub, lots of Mott's Pizza here. You know, Packer games need a pizza that can go all 4 quarters. Something hearty that'll carry you through all the emotions of the 3-hour roller coaster. You need a Brewpub, lots of Mott's Pizza. Made with high-quality meat and veggie toppings and bombarded with award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese, Brewpub pizzas aren't your old-school frozen fraud. It's the people's pizza that's earned the title official pizza of the Green Bay Packers. They're local legends, made right here in Kaukauna, Wisconsin. So snag a Brewpub pizza today from your local grocery store.
Halftime Report is presented by Ascension Wisconsin. When it comes to healthcare, we all need a winning strategy, and the best way to get there is through Ascension Wisconsin Care Teams. Schedule now at ascension.org/Wisconsin Care. In Detroit, the score stands 17-7 Lions, and the Packers will get the ball to start the second half. Horsepower to amplify your willpower, capability to kickstart your courage. They're standard and build Ford Tough Ford trucks and adventure-ready Ford SUVs. Visit your Wisconsin Ford dealer today. A quick note from the first half, running the ball, Josh Jacobs had 9 carries for 49 yards and a touchdown. We'll rejoin Wayne and Larry at Ford Field next as the second half begins. Packers Radio is presented by American Family Insurance. You're listening to Packers Football.
Circle K, your go-to neighborhood convenience store for all your everyday needs. Green Bay, Ashwaubenon, and Ledgeview. Stop in today. Time for tonight's ground game stats powered by Cenex. Packers 80 yards rushing on 14 attempts. The Lions 46 yards on 16 rushing attempts. The ground game stats powered by Cenex. Be sure to stop at your local Cenex. Stock up on snacks for your next Packers game. Cenex is the proud petroleum partner of the Green Bay Packers. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification of the Green Bay Packers Radio Network. Detroit has a 10-point lead at halftime, 17-7. We go down to the field to find out what John Kuhn learned at halftime.
Well, Wayne, I got a chance to listen to Matt LaFleur talking to Kaylee Hartung of Amazon Prime, and she asked him, how are you going to adjust on D? He said, listen, we need consistency. We can't have these silly penalties. That penalty killed us. Now, he wasn't specific whether it was Keyshawn Nixon's holding penalty in the end zone or Quay Walker's penalty that tacked on 15 yards during one of the Lions' drives, but nonetheless, no silly penalties. And then she asked, how are you going to get the passing game going in the second half? He said, listen, we got to convert on third downs. Run game has been moving them a little bit, and we just need to score more points. And guys, really, that first half was the case of 2 of the league's most explosive offenses, where one was explosive and one wasn't. And listen, it was more so in the passing game. Love 3 for 7, 31 yards. Goff 14 for 20, 131 yards on the TD. And the thing that's even stranger is the Packers' only scoring touchdown came when there was 9 runs and 2 passes. So might not, have that switch to the passing game, but you feel like they got to do it at some point in time, guys.
Well, and the other thing about that first half, and Larry, I'd be curious to get your thought on it. Blocking. One sack, I get it, but there was pressure on Jordan Love on almost every throw. And, the Packers are not winning that part of the battle. Offensive line, Green Bay. Defensive line, Detroit.
I thought, Wayne, it started that way, but as the half unfolded, they kind of got their act together up front, and it wasn't as bad. I think the big thing the Green Bay Packers have to do is possess the football.
Yep.
They only ran 22 plays.
Yep.
And they've only had a couple of third downs. I mean, they got to possess the football.
Detroit ran 37 plays compared to 22 for Green Bay. That's a huge difference in just one half of football. The Lions kick to the Packers to start the second half. 17-10 Detroit. Here's the run-up by Jake Bates, and his kickoff is a powerful boot that sails high and through the end zone.
Boy, Bates was a heck of a find for the Detroit Lions.
You know, when you think about it, he made 19 straight field goals to begin his Lions career. He was with the UFL this spring, Michigan Panthers, and kicked in this building, Rock, and he kicked a 64-yard field goal here this summer.
No wonder they found him.
Yeah, he was right under their nose.
Let's go over to the stadium and see what's going on.
The Packers are working from right to left, and here they are, 1st and 10 to start the second half. Jordan Love, 3 of 7 passing, 31 yards in the first half. They start empty, and now they shift. In a pistol formation, Jacobs moves 2 yards behind Love. 1st and 10 to the 30-yard line of Green Bay. Give is to Jacobs, bounces to the right. He's hit and knocked down. Brian Branch came through untouched, and on a glancing blow, decks the Green Bay running back for a loss of 2 off the right side.
We talked about it earlier. Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, really top-notch safeties. And Branch just eluded Dontavian Wicks in his block attempt. Packers had a blocker for him. That block was not executed.
2nd and 12 of the Green Bay 28. Receivers right and left. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Love alone in the gun. Make it 4 to the left and 1 to the right. Now Jacobs motions back to the offensive backfield. Here's the snap to Love. Love steps up and rainbows. Deep down the right side for Watson. Over the shoulder catch to the 20, to the 15. Broke down by the man he beat on the play. Carlton Davis for a huge gain inside the 15. Inside the Case IH red zone to the 12-yard line of Detroit. 59 yards over the top. That's how they started the game here a year ago.
And Carlton Davis is one of the best cover corners around. And Christian Watson just got an inside release on him, and the foot race started, and Carlton Davis lost it big time. Great throw.
He can't run with Watson. Not many can. Press coverage on Watson, wide to the right from Davis. Melton moves in motion. Handoff goes, faking the handoff and throwing the right side for Watson is Love, and the pass broken up incomplete. Davis may have gotten a piece of that one on a quick slant at the 5-yard line outside the right hash mark. 2nd down and 10 Green Bay. Trying to jump back into this game here on the opening drive of the second half. The Lions lead it 17-7.
Took a big step toward jumping back into it with that completion to Christian Watson. Sean Ryan back in the game, a right guard.
Good news. 2nd and 10, 12-yard line to Detroit, ball to the right hash mark. Single back offense, Jacobs the lone sent back, Love under center. Gets motion to the left side by Wicks. Love takes, fakes the handoff, deep drop, steps up, lofts it left side, going for Watson, incomplete. Ball sailed out of bounds on the near side, coverage by Carlton Davis once again. Good coverage near the goal line on the near left side. Now it becomes for Green Bay 3rd down and 10.
Packers running the double cross. Jaden Reed from one side to the other. Christian Watson doing the same thing. The Lions with good man-to-man coverage on that.
The
Packers trying to create traffic problems.
The injuries are on the defensive front. The linebacking core and the line. Safeties and the corners are still very good, and they're the starters in there for Detroit. Slot left, 2 receivers right. Love in the shotgun with a setback to his right. 3rd down and 10. Here's the snap. Blitz on. Love fires end zone. Tucker Kraft got it. Touchdown, Green Bay Packers. There you go. Oh, a tracer from Jordan Love, and they beat Carlton Davis. Wow.
He's having a bad series.
Green Bay back in it, 17-13.
And that needle was threaded by Jordan Love. There wasn't a lot of room there.
Oh, not at all.
Contested catch big time, and Tucker Kraft came up with it.
7th touchdown of the season for Tucker Kraft. Extra point try, low snap, placement made. Kick is up, and he booms it through the uprights. It is good.
That's the way to come out of the locker room.
Opening 2 minutes of play. 3rd quarter, 17-14 Detroit. Packers offense does its job. Packers Radio, presented by American Family Insurance. This is the Packers Radio Network.
Hey, Wayne Larrabee here with some exciting news. Chevy Red Tag offers are back just in time for the holidays. Don't miss your chance to unwrap incredible deals on powerful and capable trucks like Silverado, Chevy's full lineup of stylish EVs, and the all-new 2025 Equinox. Find your tag and find your deal on an exceptional lineup. All great reasons why I drive Chevy, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers. See your Southeastern Wisconsin Chevy dealer today and visit WisconsinDriveChevy.com.
When it comes to getting care, we all need a winning strategy. And the best way to get there is through Ascension Wisconsin Care Teams. From routine to specialty care, they empower you by listening, respecting your experiences, and working with you to create a game plan that works. Put an Ascension Wisconsin doctor on your team to connect the dots to labs, imaging, specialists, and any other care you need. Schedule now at ascension.org/Wisconsin Care.
Here in Green Bay, we love a great game. The thrill of a big hit, a huge score. Nobody loves winning more. But in order to win, you gotta get in the game. And for us, there's only one place to play, Oneida Casino Hotel. Whether it's doubling down on a solid hand or trying your luck on big name slots, Oneida's got the action. Plus great places to eat. And after all the excitement, a comfortable full-service hotel to unwind. In Green Bay, winners stay and play at Oneida Casino Hotel, official casino hotel of the Green Bay Packers. Please gamble responsibly.
Scoring drive summary sponsored by Chevrolet. 5 plays, 70 yards. 12-yard touchdown pass to Tucker Kraft. Chevrolet, proud to be the best-selling brand of Wisconsin. The official vehicle of the Green Bay Packers. Trust Chevy on your team. Visit your local Chevy dealer today. Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Each can contains vibrant dual flavors, making Vizzy your hard seltzer for any vibe. Wayne Larrabee, Larry McCarron, and John Kuhn in Detroit. That drive didn't take long. A minute 45 is all it took.
It's amazing what happens when you get 59 yards in one play.
But this is the hard part now, stopping and containing Jared Goff and the number one scoring offense in football today, the Detroit Lions. This is the hard part, Rock.
Agreed. No, they're formidable. That's why they're 11-1.
Yep. That's why I don't care how many injuries they have. They still got a shot at winning it all.
Well, they can out-offense you.
Yep. Twin safeties back deep for Detroit. Vaki and Reynolds. Kickoff by Brandon McManus. And this one, Vaki makes the catch about 3 yards deep. They're not coming out of there with it. They're not going to do that. John Kuhn, what do you have for us?
Guys, a couple of the first half injuries to be updated on. Aleem McNeil, the defensive tackle for the Lions, who did come back from being evaluated for a concussion, is now ruled out of the remainder of the game with a concussion. And Evan Williams, who was being evaluated for the Packers for the same thing, he is ruled out as well.
How could Aleem McNeil have come back? You know what I mean? Got to wonder about that. I-formation backfield, 1st and 10, 30-yard line. Ball to the right hash mark. 2 receivers stacked to the left, Goff under center. Gibbs is the tailback. Brock Wright is the fullback, and the handoff to Gibbs. Started in the middle, bounces to the right, and is roped down from behind as penalty markers fly behind the play. Usually meaning offensive holding. That's going to be the case. T.J. Slayton was right there to make the nab on the fleet Detroit running back.
Holding. Offense number 50. 10-yard penalty. First down.
He said 50, didn't he?
I think he meant 60.
Yeah, I think so, too.
60 would be Graham Glasgow, their left guard. I think he just corrected himself.
All right, 1st and 20 for the Lions. Back at their 20-yard line. Goff at a fully loaded shotgun, slot to the left side. And here's the snap to Goff. Looks downfield, throws it short, got St. Brown, nabbed immediately. Keyshawn Nixon all over it, 25-yard line, gain of 5. 2nd down and 15, Detroit.
St. Brown, their knuckleball type receiver, and a darn good one.
76 receptions, 4th in the league, 820 yards, 8th in the league coming in, and 9 touchdowns. They mark it as a gain of 6, so it is 2nd and 14. The football is at the 26-yard line of Detroit. Lions working from left to right, leading by 3, 17-14, third quarter. Slot left, Patrick wide right, soft coverage on Patrick, single safety high, snap to Goff, looks, throws right side, intercepted. Keyshawn Nixon cutting right. He's to the 30, turns the corner, 25, out of bounds, 15-yard line. Keyshawn Nixon picks Jared Goff and returns it to the Detroit 16. Goff forced him out. So the turnovers even at 1 apiece, and now the Packers have a shot at the lead.
That's the first interception Goff has thrown since he had 5 picks the game after they played the Green Bay Packers.
In Houston. Yep. Golden opportunity for the Packers now.
Inside the 20. Packers were like 2 for 2 in the red zone in the first half. Is that correct, or 1 for 1?
I'd have to check. Do I have time to check? I have no way to check.
They're 1 for 1. Lions were 2 for 2.
There we go. 16-yard line of the Case IH red zone are the Packers. In motion, Reed to the right, Jordan Love under center. Jacobs, the lone sent back on 1st and 10. Now Reed motions back to the left. Give to Jacobs, running right. Bouncing right. Cuts it back. He's hitting rope down inside the 15. Down at the 14-yard line. A gain of just 2 yards. Pat O'Connor, Brian Branch on the tackle for Detroit. 2nd down upcoming for Green Bay. About 8 yards to go.
Wayne, the Green Bay Packers, if they want to win this game, this is the type of situation you got to take advantage of. You get the ball to start the half, touchdown. You intercept it immediately. You're in the red zone. You got to take advantage.
Christian Watson wide to the right side, slots it up to the left with Tucker Kraft, flanked wide outside the numbers on the left. Pistol formation for Love. Jacobs 2 yards behind him. Snap to Love, looking left, throws it left side on the out. Got his man out of bounds. Dontavian Wicks reaching for the first down marker inside the 10. And where are they going to mark him? They're marking it at the 6-yard line, which would be 1st and goal, Green Bay. Trevor Nowaski forced him out of bounds on the near left side. So 1st down on a gain of 8 yards.
Packers quickly to the football.
Here they are. Love under center. Going quickly, AR. Hand off to Jacobs. Up the middle. He fights his way to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Josh Jacobs! And the Packers off the left side of the offensive line into the end zone. They capitalize on the interception and take their first lead of the game, 20-17.
Good running by Josh Jacobs and enough of a hole up front to get him in there. Now that's the way you start a half of football if you're serious about winning.
I would say they're pretty serious. Brendan McManus for the point after. Out of the hold of Daniel Whelan. Orzik with the snap. Placement made. Everything's clean. Kick to the uprights. And it is good. 6-yard touchdown run. Josh Jacobs, and he took the majority of the Lions defense with him into the end zone to our left. And the Packers have taken a 21-17 lead. Not even 4 minutes gone by, third quarter. Packers Radio, presented by American Family Insurance. You're listening to Packers Football.
Visit BlueFlamePropaneInc.com today to score big savings and keep the game day spirit alive. BlueFlamePropaneInc.com. We bring the heat.
Do you experience constant drainage, sinus headaches, or facial pressure? It's time to breathe free. Visit DetroitSinusCenter.com today. Dr. Pinnock and his staff are experts in the process of balloon sinus dilation. This is not a medical surgery, just a simple in-office procedure that will produce immediate relief from sinus pressure and pain. Detroit Sinus Center has completed thousands of successful treatments. Schedule an appointment for this minimally invasive treatment with 2 locations for your convenience. Visit DetroitSinusCenter.com and call now.
Big Boy's all-new sliders, the same great taste in a bite-sized way. Experience hand-breaded perfection with our Dolly sliders, or take your taste buds coast to coast with our Big Boy Slider Flight. 1 plate, 3 sliders, each with its own signature sauce from Ohio, Michigan, and California. Mix and match your sliders with our irresistible sides for the ultimate meal. Visit BigBoy.com to learn more about these exclusive offers. Memories made fresh only at Big Boy.
Caesars Sportsbook is a proud sports betting partner of the Detroit Lions. Download the app right now and bet on your Lions or whoever else you please with features like Parlay Builder or Quick Picks. And with Fire Bets, live betting has never been more convenient. Every drive, kick, snap, and red zone moment from all across the league is now together in one place. And as always, you can play same-game parlays before or during the action. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Caesars Sportsbook, the only sportsbook app with Caesars Rewards.
Bob Seeger being shown on the big screen.
Yeah, what a legend.
Yeah, man. Crowd loves that. Packers have scored 14 points in 2 minutes to take the lead, 21-17. Today's game brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official healthcare provider of the Lions Radio Network. Lions need to keep their defense off the field for a while. Need a drive from their offense. Yeah. Vaki and Reynolds back deep to take the kickoff from McManus.
Yeah. And Lomas, you got to take care of the football.
Yeah,
right? You got to take care of the football.
That's what we talked about, man. They need to keep Jordan Love, that explosive offense on the sideline. And that's the only way to do it, is to eat up clock.
McManus line drive kickoff taken by Vaki 8 yards deep. He'll down it there, and back will come the offense led by Jared Goff.
And this run game's got to start figuring something out. We're trying to run some counters, some zones. Man, there just hasn't been that spark there yet in the run game, kind of making Detroit throw the ball probably more than they want to right now. I want to see what kind of adjustments Ben Johnson's going to make. Maybe try to get the ball to the outside a little bit more.
Lions 16 carries, 46 yards, 2.9 yards per carry so far tonight. Goff up under center on first down from the 30. Fakes the give, wants to throw, looks. Now he throws, got to complete. That is Gibbs left side. Gets to the 35-yard line, picked up 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 5 coming up.
The one thing Green Bay defense has done tonight is they have rallied to the ball and made sure they got the tackle when they get there.
Lions go up tempo. Goff takes the snap, wants to throw again, looks, throws middle, caught. That is Tim Patrick, first down across the 40 to the 41-yard line. So the Lions go up tempo. They move the chains.
And that's when they've been at their best, I think, when you're able to limit what the defense is going to do, not only schematically, but not being able to sub guys in, is to get some of that up-tempo offense going, which forces the defensive coordinators to just make very basic vanilla calls.
Amon-Ra's been quiet tonight. 3 catches, 16 yards. Lions with a first down at their own 40. Goff up under center, tosses to Gibbs, running left, hesitates, then tries to hit the line, and he is hit and taken down at the 42. 2-yard gain on the play.
I think the other thing, too, with this up-tempo offense, you give Jared enough time to get up there, look over the defense. If he has to make adjustments, then he has time to do that. And, again, you got to give Green Bay a lot of credit, man. They've been very good against our run so far tonight.
2nd down and 8. Lions from their own 42. Goff out of the gun. Green Bay shows 4 across that defensive front. Goff's got it, wants to throw. Goff looking, throwing, middle, caught. Nope. Sam Laporta dropped it at the 44-yard line of Green Bay. Got to make that catch. Had to go down to make the grab, but that's one Sam's going to make 9.5 times out of 10.
Yeah, it's a great throw from Jared Goff. One of those just intermediate, 10, 12-yard in route. He's got the one-on-one coverage that you love, right? Puts it right in the gut. Just a drop.
One of our officials is down.
Non-contact.
Yeah. Down on the far side of the field.
I don't see that off.
Packers medical team came running out to take a look at him. Lions medical team will come running across and lend a hand.
Is he holding his knee? Man.
So John Hussey, our referee, is going to call timeout on the field, so we will step aside. One of the officials down and being looked at. It is the Packers leading 21-17, 9:40 to go in the third on the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Sign up and download the BetMGM Casino app this fall. Use bonus code RORY, ROARY, to get a 100% deposit match up to $1,000, plus a $25 casino bonus. BetMGM reminds you to play responsibly and offers resources to help you make appropriate choices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER for confidential help. Must be 21 plus. Michigan only. Please gamble responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable site credit/bonus bets unless otherwise provided in the applicable terms. Rewards subject to expiry.
Why do people love Michigan First Credit Union? Just ask their members. Michael boosted his credit score with their guidance. Anna has been a member of Michigan First since she was 5, and they helped her budget for her dream wedding. And Curtis got a loan for his dog Piper's surgery when his bank said no. Whether you need to improve your credit get an emergency loan, or save for something special. Michigan First is here for you. Find your reason to join at MichiganFirst.com.
Dear Hoover Electric, I'm only asking for one thing for Christmas, a full system hydrojet drain and sewer line cleaning. My in-laws are coming for the holidays this year, and I cannot have sewer issues while they're here. Also, world peace or whatever. Merry Christmas, Hoover. Love.
Hey, honey, writing your letter to Hoover?
Of course not. That's for kids. Please save my pipes, Hoover Electric. Christmas needs you.
When you want it done right, call Hoover Electric. Call Hoover.com.
A lot of companies out there advertising BOGO offers on AC and furnaces. Nothing good is free. If you want a fair deal, Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical has you covered 24/7. Locally owned for over 40 years, and they back their work with a 5-year warranty. Mastercraft is your destination for heat, AC, plumbing, and electrical. They'll beat any price. Save up to $2,000 when you bundle a new high-efficiency AC and furnace. Fast installation, same-day service. Visit mastercraftheating.com.
Carl Johnson, our line judge, was the official who got run into on that last play. He went down. He's been taken to the locker room. They're going to take a look at him, make sure he's okay. So the Lions, as we get back to the action, facing a huge third down. It is 3rd and 8 coming up from their own 42.
And Jared's not afraid to go back to the same receiver after they make a drop. We've seen it with Amon-Ra. We've seen it with Jamison Williams a couple times where if he's across the middle of the field and he's open, there's quite often he's going right back to you. So I wouldn't be surprised if Sam Laporta gets that man-on-man coverage over the middle of the field that Jared goes right back to him.
Sam is in there as the Lions wait for the okay from the officials to get back to the action. Now we've got that. And here come the Lions. Big play right here. Green Bay on a roll. They've scored 14 straight to open the third. Lions trying to keep this drive going. 3rd and 8 from their own 42. Goff's going to go empty out of the gun. Amon-Ra in motion to the left side. Jared takes the snap. Quick throw right side. Got to complete to J-Mo. J-Mo needs a block. Picks one up. Gets to the 40 and out to the 49. It's going to be 4th and 1.
He got to read it that time.
If he cut that back to the right, it's a first down.
Oh, my goodness.
And the Lions are going to keep their offense
4th and 1. 4th and 1 at the Lions' 49-yard line.
Dan Campbell going for it on 4th down. It's old news now.
Yeah, nobody does it more than the Lions do. And here it is, 4th and 1. Gibbs, the lone setback, off under center. They get motion by the tight end right to the right side, turns back to the left, Goff, quarterback dive.
He's got it.
I don't think there's any question about it. He was going to take it on a quarterback dive. Little motion, little eye candy, and he took it straight ahead to the Green Bay 49. First down, Detroit. 8:52 to go, third quarter. 21-17 Green Bay. They mark the football to the 50-yard line, where the Lions have it 1st and 10. Goff is 18 of 26, 154 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Montgomery, leading rusher, 32 yards on 7 carries. Montgomery, the lone setback, 2 tight ends right side of the line, and off that duo, in motion is Zylstra to the left. Play action to Montgomery. Goff sets up a screen to Montgomery. Left side with all kinds of blocking. Outside the hash mark to the numbers. He's to the 40 and fights his way inside the 40. Down near the 37-yard line. Colby Wooden finally got him down. Well-executed screenplay. 13-yard gain.
Wayne, it ought to be well-executed because they run it enough. They've been making a living on screen passes all day, getting Frank Ragnow, Kevin Zeitler out there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take tremendous blocks to get a good back in the open field being productive.
From the 37 of Green Bay, 1st and 10. Single back offense. Gibbs back in at running back. Fake to Gibbs. Half roll right. Now full roll. Now Goff is going to take it. 35-30. Escapes out of bounds. Inside the 30-yard line near the 28. He's a yard short of the first down on a gain of 9. So the Lions getting some momentum now with 7.5 minutes to go in the third. And the Packers leading by 4.
And, of course, Wayne, when you're playing an 11-1 football team, nothing's going to be easy.
Nope.
The Lions sure as heck aren't going to fold their tens.
Tim Patrick wide to the left side. 3 receivers, bunch on the right, including Laporta, the tight end. Single back offense. Gibbs, the lone setback, 1st and 10 at the Green Bay 28. Williamson in motion to the left. Handoff to Gibbs off the right side, running room. 25 outside the numbers 20. 15-10. Forced out of bounds by Xavier McKinney. inside the 10 at the 8-yard line of Green Bay. A gashing play of 20 yards.
Carl Brooks with great penetration, but he ran right by the ball carrier. He was busy chasing Jared Goff, and that got the play started.
Number one offense in football at the doorstep. First and goal to the 8-yard line of Green Bay. Packers leading 21-17. We are third quarter. 2 tight ends make it 3 tight ends left side of the line. Now they split off the line. St. Brown to the right. Goff in the shotgun. Gibbs to his right. Snap to Goff. Scans the secondary. Has time. Lost left side of the end zone. Overshot everybody out of play. Laporta, the intended receiver, pretty well covered. Goff had nothing going and threw it away in the far left corner of the end zone.
Eric Stokes back there in the coverage.
So second down and goal to go for the Lions. Football to the 8-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. 6:23 to go here in the third.
Packers bringing in their nickel personnel. Javon Bullard on as a nickel back.
St. Brown wide to the left side. Jamison Williams in the slot left. Laporta on the wing left side. Now they get motion to the right side by St. Brown. Here's the handoff. Gibbs around the right end. Makes the turn. Hit at the 5 and covered up. Oh, I'll tell you something. Good pursuit on that play by Isaiah McDuffie to grab him from behind and slow him down, and Keyshawn Nixon finished him off. Gain of yardage down to the 4. Where it's third down and goal to go for Detroit. Pick up a 4.
That was excellent by Isaiah because he had a bad angle. Isaiah Gibbs kind of outside him, and he had to draw him back and keep him to the inside. Well done.
3 receivers left. Tight end right side of the line. Goff in the shotgun. Gibbs to his right. Third down goal to go. Handoff to Gibbs. Dancing up the middle. He's met by a wave of white-clad Green Bay Packers and turned back at the 2-yard line. McKinney and Walker on the stop. I don't think there's any question Dan Campbell's going to go for it here. At least, yeah. They're down to the 2-yard line, and they're going to go for it on fourth down.
The Lions pulling. Panay Sewell on that play, hoping to cut behind his block, but behind that block was nothing but Green Bay Packers.
And the football outside the 2-yard line at the 3, so it's fourth down goal to go at the 3. Goff in the shotgun, takes a quick snap, quick look, fires right side, and got his man, Tim Patrick, threw it right past McKinney and Wilson. Threaded the needle to Tim Patrick, and the Lions are back in front, 23-21.
Tim Patrick getting more action this season for the Lions. He's a lanky receiver. Found a spot in the Packers zone. Like right in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle there.
Extra point try by Jake Bates. Jack Fox down on one knee, waits for the snap. Hogan Hatton with the snap placement made. Swing the right leg, and the kick is propelled through the uprights. It is good. So the Lions answer the Packers and now take a 24-21 lead. 5:02 to go in the third. This is shaping up as a great one in Motown. Packers Radio, presented by American Family Insurance. You're listening to Packers football.
At Henry Ford Health, we go for it. We go for it for our patients, teammates, friends, and family. In the labs, hospitals, clinics, and partnerships all around the state. We go for it for the millions of people who deserve a better quality of life. We go for it because we have to. It's who we are. We are Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official healthcare provider of the Detroit Lions. Find out more at henryford.com/teamdocs.
What's on the menu for football season? Pork, of course. Get ready for game day with Hatfield and put some pork on your fork. Elevate your kickoff cuisine and halftime feast with Hatfield's winning lineup of marinated pork tenderloins, pork loin fillets, ground pork and sausage, bacon and ham. Whether you're the tailgate king or gridiron gourmet, Hatfield helps you savor the taste of victory. Visit simplyhatfield.com for play-by-play menu inspiration. Find your flavor with Hatfield.
No matter how you power up, let Ford be your starting line. With a wide range of powertrain options, our 2024 lineup is designed to move the way you need. Get the job done with an F-Series truck made to do. Chase down the horizon in a Bronco made to tackle any type of terrain. Or measure your heartbeat in miles per hour with a Mustang Mach-E made to thrill. Whatever you're looking for, the power is in your hands. Gas, hybrid, diesel, or all electric. With Ford, the power is yours.
All right, back here at Ford Field, Lions with a touchdown.
Want to send your favorite Packers to the Pro Bowl games? Vote online daily. Don't miss out. Voting ends December 23rd. Vote today. Packers.com/Pro Bowl. By the way, Kenny Clark was named as the Packers representative for the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. Tremendous honor, Kenny Clark, and well-deserved. Construction Business Group, operating engineers and contractors, teaming up to build Wisconsin together. Learn more at join139.com.
You know, Kenny is one of those guys that is everything you'd want a Green Bay Packer to be. He is on and off the field.
Yep. That's why he's on his third contract. That doesn't happen often in this league, folks. Keyshawn Nixon back deep. Jake Bates booting from left to right. It is 24-21 Detroit in the third. And the kickoff, again, they're going to fool around with Keyshawn Nixon returning kicks here. So, John Kuhn, what do you see down there?
I mean, are you kidding me, Wayne? This is exactly what we thought this game was going to be. Two absolute giants in the NFC in the North going toe-to-toe. And if you thought that the Packers had the Lions on the ropes coming out 14-0 here to start this half, you were mistaken. This team has championship metal to it. It's going to take a championship performance to knock them out of here.
No question about it, John. 1st and 10 Packers. Ball to the left hash mark. 30-yard line at Green Bay. They work from right to left. Love starts in an empty gun. Now he moves Jacobs to the offensive backfield in a pistol look. 2 yards behind the quarterback is the running back, Jacobs. Slot right, single receiver left. And he takes on the handoff to Jacobs. Back to Love. Flea flicker. Love looking. Pump fakes. Now under pressure. Rolls right. Throws it right side. Incomplete. Wide of the mark. Intended of the play for Tucker Kraft. That was just a bailout on the far right side. And the Lions had to have good coverage downfield.
Yeah, they did. And that's discipline, defensive discipline.
Miles Adams pressured the quarterback, but that was because there was good coverage downfield.
It's don't go for the eye candy, which a flea flicker is. But the Lions, they got their depth. They're ready for it. It's wise to hang on to the football in that case.
Lions are number 1 in passer rating allowed defensively this season, and that's part of the reason why. 2nd and 10, Green Bay. Packers 30. Love it, a fully loaded shotgun. Takes. Handoff Jacobs. Follows the blocking up the middle. Not much doing there. And he's stormed back on the play. Broderick Martin led the charge. Got there first. Gain of maybe a yard. 3rd and 9, Green Bay. And the Packers on third downs are 1 of 3.
Broderick Martin, a rotational guy at best, but those are the kind of guys that Dan Campbell's getting the most out of right now.
Receivers right and left, press coverage across the board, single safety high, loving the shotgun, set back to his left. 3rd down and 9 at the Green Bay 31. Love waiting for the snap, has to call a timeout.
This place is going ballistic.
Prior to the delay game, first charge timeout Green Bay. This will be a 30-second timeout.
In a game like this, unscheduled timeouts can hurt you in the end. We'll see, but unfortunately, Love couldn't get that play off. He couldn't communicate with his people with all the noise here in the stadium. Well, here we go. 3rd down again. 4:10 to go. The Detroit crowd comes to full throat. Love in the shotgun. Jacobs to his left. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Press coverage across the board. Single safety high. Lions showing blitz up front, and they're coming. Snap to Love, good protection. Waits and floats. Right side, got his man ridden down, Christian Watson. Terrion Arnold on the coverage. A gain of about 7. They're 2 yards short of the first down. And the punting unit comes on. So the Lions get a big 3 and out.
Just a case of good man coverage by Arnold on Christian Watson. Quite a bit different than earlier this half when he gave up a 59-yarder.
Daniel Whelan on in punt formation. Detroit return man is Alexander. He's standing at the 10-yard line of Detroit. Snap to Whelan, moves forward, lifts this kick high in the air. Coming up under it and making the catch is Alexander across the 20, the 21-yard line. 1st and 10, 43-yard punt. And the Lions take over, leading 24-21, 3:22 to go here in the third. Packers fans, swing by the American Family Insurance Title Townhouse next time you're at Lambeau. You can play games and score giveaways. Visit amfam.com/Packers for more info. Ditch the fizz with Happy Thursday. New line of bubble-free spike refreshers. Delicious, refreshing fruit flavors for that weekend flavor any day of the week. Wayne Larrabee.
Lions fans, Wayne, chanting Jared Goff. It's kind of taken over the city. This is a big series for the Green Bay Packers.
Goff is 20 of 29, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 92.6 passer rating. He starts at his 22 with a 1st and 10. They work from left to right, leading by 3. 3:22 to go in the third. Tim Patrick in motion to the left side. 2 receivers form a tight slot on the right. Single back offense. And play action. Goff looking to the air. Dumps it off right flat. He's got Montgomery. Hit by Nixon. Hit by McDuffie and stacked up. Short gain out to the 24-yard line. Maybe the 25. A gain of 2 or 3 yards. Make it a gain of 3.
I can see why Goff completes over 71% of his passes. A lot of them are just short stuff.
2 receivers stack on the left on 2nd down and 7 from the 25 of Detroit. Ball to the right hash mark. Goff under center. Here's the handoff. Montgomery to the left side of the line, looking for running room. None to be found, and he's stacked up and driven back. Carl Brooks cut him off as he tried to bounce to the right, and he had help from his friends. There's no doubt about that. Packers have been much more stout against the run here in this second half, it appears.
And his main friend, Wayne, was Devontae Wyatt. Just stuffed that thing at the point.
Pickup of 1. 3rd down, Detroit. 3rd and 6, football to the 26-yard line of the Lions. Oh, to get a stop here. Packers soft coverage in the zone. Leighton getting Brenton Cox on the field. Long count by Goff. Motion to the left side by Williams. Snap to Goff. Looking downfield. Good protection. Steps, fires short. Diving grab is made. And catches at the 31-yard line. Tim Patrick downed immediately. They're a yard short of the first down. Xavier McKinney made the hit.
And Dan Campbell is going for it.
3rd down, 2 tight ends come into the game. Brock Wright, an extra tight end, into the contest for Detroit. Football to the 31-yard line. 4th down, a yard to go at the Detroit 31.
And a murmur takes over the crowd.
Jared Goff under center. He's probably going to do a quarterback sneak. It's worked for him tonight. He doesn't. Here's the toss. It goes to Gibbs around the left end. Makes the catch.
Yes!
He's hit a tackle at the 30-yard line number. Oh, my goodness. They held him off. Quay Walker, Isaiah McDuffie, the 2 emerging inside linebackers for the Packers make the play. 1st down, Green Bay, Detroit 30-yard line.
What a huge defensive stand by the Green Bay Packers. Outstanding. And Quay Walker, he got underneath the block of Penei Sewell.
1, 2, 6.
The best in the business, they say. Underneath his block to make that play. First to arrive at the scene.
Now it's incumbent upon the Packers offense to take this 30 yards to the end zone and recapture the lead as we near the 4th quarter. Detroit leading 24-21. Minute 26 to go in the third. 3 receivers to the right, tight end on the left side of the line. Goff in the shotgun with Jacobs to his right. Now Reed, orbit, motion behind the formation. Handoff Jacobs into the left side of the line, fighting his way outside the hash marks, inside the left side numbers. Down he goes near the 27-yard line on a gain of about 3 yards. Tackle made by Miles Adams along with Michael Agude. That guy's made a lot of tackles as somebody was buried on the practice squad prior to the game tonight. My goodness. They don't even have a pronunciation guide on that guy. Second down, Green Bay, 7 yards to go. Football just outside the 26 of Detroit. Fully loaded shotgun for Goff. Before I should say Love. Receivers right and left. Play action. Love looks, dumps it off. Left side. Tucker Kraft, double and catch. 15 down the left sidelines. 10. He's hit and hammered down by Terrion Arnold, but jumps right back up. Then a first and goal for the Green Bay Packers. My goodness. At the 6-yard line of Detroit. A 20-yard pass play to Tucker Kraft. Let me tell you something. A little cornerback is not going to knock down Tucker Kraft and knock him out. That's for sure.
Well, getting up, he did a butt spring. He did a butt spring after getting Shillelagh pretty good.
Jack Campbell got a piece of him. Jack Campbell got a piece of him. Packers in the Case IH red zone. From the 6, first and goal. Fully loaded shotgun. Stack right. Watson wide left. Love waiting for the snap.
What's the ball?
Come on now. Snap the ball.
He was clapping his hands off.
The end of the third quarter.
Oh, my goodness. So, we lost track of time, Rock, up here.
Well, Jordan did too, because he was clapping like a madman.
Yes, he was.
He wanted that football.
So, we go to the fourth quarter. Detroit leading 24-21. Green Bay first and goal in the Case IH red zone at the 6-yard line of Detroit. Packers Radio, presented by American Family Insurance. This is the Packers Radio Network.
On the football field, the skilled players get paid the most. The same is true in construction. Some of the most skilled players building our roads, solar farms, and stadiums are the men and women of the Wisconsin Operating Engineers. If you are ready to step up to a job where you can earn more without college debt and operate equipment like cranes, excavators, bulldozers, and drones, you're ready to join our team today at join139.com.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
Did you know Buy Local applies to insurance too? Rural Mutual Insurance knows Wisconsin, and their agents know your community. From Hayward to Kenosha, from Marinette to La Crosse, Rural Mutual Insurance is there to help you protect what matters most to you and your family. Find your local agent at ruralmutual.com today.
Folks, here in the Midwest, you can pair Leinenkugels with anything. Like finding out playing bags at the lake goes great with the Leinenkugels. Or finding out eating a really burnt marshmallow tastes even better with a Leinenkugels. Or finding out relaxing after a day at the lake is better with a Leinenkugels. Leinenkugels Summer Shandy, Grapefruit Shandy, or Juicy Peach pairs with anything. Leinenkugels, flavor the moment. 2024, Jacob Leinenkugel Brewing Company, Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. Celebrate responsibly.
Game tickets secured months ago? Check. Coolers and grills packed for your tailgate feast? Check. Sitting in an emergency room with an infected and throbbing tooth? Check. Don't let a lack of dental coverage ruin your game day plans. The new WDA Dental Savings Club can save you and your family up to 55% on quality care from Wisconsin Dental Association dentists you can trust. Get your healthy smile back and get back in the game. Learn more and join at WDAclub.com.
Tonight's game brought to you by Chevrolet. Proud to be the best-selling brand of Wisconsin, the official vehicle of the Green Bay Packers. Trust Chevy on your team. Visit your local Chevy dealer today. And by Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling, brewed for Wisconsin. It's Miller time. Start of the fourth quarter. Wayne Larrabee, Larry McCarron, John Kuhn. Ford Field in Detroit. The Lions leading the Packers 24-21. Green Bay football. First and goal to go. 6-yard line of the Lions. Packers now working from left to right. Huddled up outside the 10-yard line. Green numbers on white jerseys, gold helmets, gold pants. And here they are to the line of scrimmage. Watson to the slot on the left side. Wicks out to the right. Jacobs thrown set back. Under center is Love. Long count. Love waiting. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Jacobs. Looks the end zone. Has time. Throws the out. Left side. Got his man out of bounds on the far side. Sims, the tight end, the reception. Inside the 5. They mark him at the 4. Nowoski, the linebacker, chased him out.
Excellent protection. Excellent patience by Jordan Love. That was not his first option.
A gain of 2.
Ben Sims was probably his last option. He was looking deep into the end zone. Nothing cooking.
Second down and goal to go at the 4-yard line of Detroit. Watson to the left side. Wicks is flanked tight on the right. Jacobs the lone setback. Love under center. Give to Jacobs up the middle. Rambling goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Green Bay Packers. Jacobs on a 4-yard touchdown run. His second tutty of the game. And the Packers take the lead 27-24.
Terrific job by Sean Ryan. He actually took his man and put him into the end zone. Broderick Martin, that man.
Well, it took a while, but we're starting to get the shootout we envisioned. 27-24, pending the point after. McManus waiting for the snap. Here it is. Placement made, and the kick is up, and it is good. So the Packers capitalize on taking over after stopping the Lions on 4th and 2 at the 30-yard line of Detroit. The Packers take over and motor in for the score. Packers fans score big for game day meals at Pick and Save with savings beyond low prices, including digital coupons worth over $600 each week. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone. Scoring drive summary sponsored by Chevrolet. 4 plays, 30 yards, 4-yard touchdown run. Josh Jacobs. Chevrolet, proud to be the best-selling brand of Wisconsin, the official vehicle of the Packers. Trust Chevy on your team. Visit your local Chevy dealer today. Well, John Kuhn, you thought this would be a high-scoring affair, and now it's starting to get there.
Well, Wayne, and we're going to look at this box score after this game and say, man, did the Packers offense come in the second half? But quite frankly, it's been the defense here in the second half with what comes out to be 2 turnovers, Keyshawn Nixon's interception, and then a stop in Lions' side on a 4th down attempt out of Dan Campbell and the guys. I mean, the defense is playing spectacular here. They've come to play in the second half, too.
Getting set to kick it away, Brandon McManus from left to right. Twin safeties back deep for the Lions, and here's the kickoff. High end over end boot deep into the end zone. And Craig Reynolds drops to his left knee deep in the end zone, and the Lions accepted the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Now trailing 28-24 with 14:20 to go in the game. A lot of ball game left. Gibbs, 13 carries, 40 yards. Montgomery, 8 for 33. Goff is 22 of 31, $178, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And here they are to the line of scrimmage. They start in a single back offense. Goff under center. Slot right. And a wing set up on the left side. Play action, Goff back to throw. He looks, he fires the middle and got his man between the hash marks up across the 45. And what a start for Detroit. Tim Patrick pops wide open at the 48-yard line. Keyshawn Nixon and Xavier McKinney in the deep zone made the hits 18 yards downfield.
Patrick on an inbreaker. He offers an inviting target at 6 feet plus. Javon Bullard slow to get up.
And not getting up at the moment. So an injury timeout here. They've already lost for this game anyway. Evan Williams, the young safety. And now another rookie, Javon Bullard, who plays a key role for the Packers, is down. We'll check on his status when we come back. 13:54 for the game. Packers 28, Lions 24. Packers Radio, presented by American Family Insurance. This is the Packers Radio Network.
On game day, U.S. Cellular wants you to do less scrolling and more cheering. Whether you're in the stadium or listening to the game on the radio, U.S. Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow cheeseheads. U.S. Cellular is all about a healthier relationship with technology. That means when the game is on, notifications go off. Take the Us Mode pledge and commit to more meaningful game day connections. Let's find us again with Us Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Packers. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
It's time for some football. As the official ticket marketplace of the Green Bay Packers and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score fully verified Packers tickets. And even if your plans get broken up, or worse, turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Packers.
Get ready for the moment we've all been waiting waiting for. It's the 300K season finale giveaway at Potawatomi. Friday, December 20th, watch your entries from Bird Bash, Cash Clash, and Winter's Dash. All pile into one massive drawing for a chance at up to 50 grand cash. Be there to win your share. December 20th, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Learn more at paysbig.com/finale. Must be 21 years old to play.
You're tuned in to That's Better on WSHP. That smooth groove was Medicaring About You. Mike and Merrill is on the line. Talk to me, Mike.
I'm older, but have plenty of spring in my step. I want a Medicare plan that keeps up with me. But I keep getting the same old song whenever I call.
That's so out of touch. You got to get in touch with Security Health Plan. They've got benefits you'll dig and local award-winning service you'll love. Head over to securityhealth.org/getmedicare.
Visit any Wisconsin Fleet Farm store on Fridays during the season and score a free 3 to 6 ounce snack bag with any purchase when you wear green and gold on Fridays. Wayne Larrabee, Larry McCarron, John Kuhn, Ford Field in Detroit. Lions on an 18-yard pickup have motored to the Detroit 48-yard line, knocking on the Packers' territorial door. Green Bay leading 28-24. 13:49 to go in the third. Goff under center takes the snap, play action back to throw, swings it over the middle, got Montgomery met by 2 defenders and covered up just inside the left hash marks in Green Bay territory, 46-yard line of the Packers. Gain of about 6 yards. Nixon and McDuffie were the two who defended on the play.
Don't know if there's an injury issue or not, but Carrington Valentine and Eric Stokes were the outside corners on the previous play, but we now see Keyshawn Nixon back out there.
2nd and 4, Detroit to the Green Bay 46. Handoff to Montgomery off the left side. Montgomery hit off left tackle and taken down. Kenny Clark at the root of the problem as far as the Lions are concerned. T.J. Slayton was also there. A gain, well, wow, they may have gotten a yard at best, maybe 2. It's 3rd down, Detroit. 3rd down to 2 yards to go. Ball to the 44-yard line of Green Bay. Lions working from right to left, trailing by 4. Slot right. 2 tight ends form a wing on the left side. Goff's in the shotgun, Gibbs to his left. Motion by Brock Wright, the tight end to the right side. Blitz coming. Goff takes quick throw over the middle. Got his man first down. Amon-Ra St. Brown between the hash marks inside the 35. Down to the Green Bay 33. Eric Wilson made the stop. 11-yard gain, first down.
You know, it's kind of interesting with a talent like Amon-Ra St. Brown, how often they'll go periods of the game when he's very, very quiet. That time lined up in the slot and just knuckleballed his way to a reception.
1st and 10. Football just outside the 33 of Green Bay. Goff under center. Gibbs the lone setback. Tight ends, 2 of them on the left side of the line. Gibbs bouncing to the left. Makes the turn, caught from behind and hit and driven down. Boy, a good play made that time back. Quay Walker, very quick, read, reacted, fired on the play. Rashawn Gary was also there for Green Bay. It's a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Quay Walker, also the man who was first to the ball on that 4th down, that critical 4th down. He's had a good series of games here.
2nd down now for the Detroit Lions. 2nd and about 8 yards to go. Just outside the 31 of Green Bay. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Goff in the shotgun, Gibbs to his left in the backfield. They get motion by Williams to the left side, snap to Goff. Steps up, clean pocket, fires it over the middle. Diving grab is made between the hash marks by Laporta. A fingertip grab with McDuffie right on him inside the 20 at the 17 of Green Bay. First down, 14-yard gain.
Laporta, a heck of a receiving tight end, and he's running the dig with Isaiah McDuffie in his back pocket. The strike of a throw, a good contested catch.
Packers lead by 4. Lions threatening, first down and 10 from the 17. Here's the inside handoff to St. Brown. Make it around the left side. St. Brown across the 10 outside the numbers, down near the 6. Got a first down. Creative little play, a little gadget play with the wide receiver, McKinney and Anderson on the stop for Green Bay.
The Lions pulling both Kevin Zeitler and Penei Sewell. That's a lot of beef heading in one direction.
And it got him 11 yards to a 1st and goal to the 7-yard line of Green Bay. Almost 5 minutes gone by in the 4th. Packers leading 28-24 Lions. First down and goal to go. Shotgun formation for Jared Goff. Montgomery to his right, handoff Montgomery. Trying to bounce to the right, powers his way to the 5, stood up and driven down at the 4. Pickup of about 3, Quay Walker and Kingsley Enig-Barre make hits. Second down and goal to go, the 4 of Green Bay.
This is a battle worthy of the NFC North. While they're getting after it.
John Kuhn, what do you have?
Guys, if you can see, Javon Bullard is being carted into the locker room with what looks like a lower leg injury at this point in time. When I get more information, I'll get you updated.
All right, offset eye in the backfield behind Goff. Second down and goal to go, the 4 of Green Bay. Goff looks it over, gets motion to the left side. Here's the toss to Montgomery, running hard up the middle into traffic. Hit on the play and stood up and driven back. Pile moved down to the 1-yard line, but that was it. And it'll be third down and goal to go. Van Ness and Walker were there for Green Bay, among others.
There was one heck of a pile, I think. Of the 22 players on the field, all but 3 were involved in it.
Kenny Clark at the bottom of that pile, Rock. So it's third down, goal to go. Ball between the 1 and 2 yard line.
I know Dan Campbell thinks the world of Kenny Clark as a player.
3 receivers on the right. Now they motion one of the tight ends to the wing on the left side. Goff under center. Montgomery the long back. Third down, goal to go. Fake to Montgomery. Goff back to throw under pressure. Dumps it over the middle. Got a man wide open. It is Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Beat Eric Stokes. 30-28 Lions. 8:39 to go for the game. Second touchdown of the night for Tim Patrick. I didn't have him on my bingo card.
Had Sam Laporta clearing things out for him. Then behind that, there was Tim Patrick.
Jake Bates for the point after. Snap and placement. The kick is up, and it is good. All right. The Lions come back. They score touchdown. Lead 31-28. Plenty of time to go. 8:39 to go here in this second half from the U.S. Cellular broadcast booth. This is the Packers Radio Network.
Ho, ho! Welcome to the Make It Jingle with Kris Kringle podcast. Today we're talking to Jan from Toyota, all about Toyotathon.
Hi!
So, Jan, got any red Tacomas?
Yeah, we have a great selection of vehicles, including Tacomas.
After my big job, I'm taking the missus down to Florida to go surfing.
Did you say Florida? Can the elves and I go too?
Dealer inventory may vary. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 6th. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, this is Wayne Larrabee for Steinhoffels. Steinhoffels is partnering with Special Spaces Wisconsin and the Green Bay Packers to create dream bedrooms for children battling cancer all across Wisconsin. This season, every time the Packers make a field goal, Steinhoffels will donate $1,000 to Special Spaces Wisconsin. Steinhoffels has been Wisconsin's furniture and mattress leader since 1934, is 100% employee-owned, and is a proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. That's because the future can be unpredictable, but no matter what's in the forecast, we'll help you feel protected so you can enjoy the dreams you've worked hard for with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey fans, you want your family to be warm and comfortable during the brutal Wisconsin winters, right? That's why it's good to know the knowledgeable, friendly dealers at Bryant Heating and Cooling, who will do whatever it takes to keep your furnace running efficiently no matter what the weather throws at you. Plus, score up to $2,600 in tax credits on qualifying Bryant systems, and ask about local rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Find your local dealer at Bryant.com. That's Bryant.com.
Start your own winning tradition with the Chevy Fan Experience Sweeps and win a brand new Chevrolet of your choice. Enter today at ChevyPackersExperience.com. Packers fans, play Packers Predict, powered by Cenex, to win weekly cash prizes all season long. Play for free at Packers.com/predict or on the Packers app. So the Lions take the lead on a 10-play, 70-yard drive. Tim Patrick, who's become a star here, his second touchdown of the second half. Jared Goff now 27 of 36, 228, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Here's the kickoff from right to left by Bates, and again, a good, high, strong kick. They will not invite any kind of return.
It's
Let's
like
pause 10
a monkey
seconds.
and watching it poop and kicking.
Pause 10 seconds. Station identification of the Packers Radio Network. This is what it's all about. 8:39 to go in the game. Lions leading 31-28. Packers start at their 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Working from left to right. Christian Watson out to the left side. Now they motion the tight end Tucker Kraft to the right side of the line. 3 receivers pulled in tight to the right. Under centers Jordan Love, single back offense, and the handoff to Jacobs spinning off the left side, hit early, and now what do we get? False start. False start, Green Bay.
False start. Offense in the 50. First down.
Zach Tom, the guilty party. Play going the other way, trying to get off, to get his cut off. Left early.
1st and 15, ball to the 25-yard line of Green Bay. Lions on top by 3, and here are the Packers to the line of scrimmage. Watson to the left side. Dontavian Wicks flanked to the right. 2 tight ends right side of the line. Jacob thrown back and Love under center. Long count under Josh Myers. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Jacobs. Cuts off the right side. He's hitting barreled down. Oh, what a hit on the near side by Carlton Davis coming in from his cornerback spot. Or David Long, I beg your pardon, from the linebacking corps. Davis was also there. Davis was the first to the ball. So 2nd down, a gain of yard. 2nd down and 14 for Green Bay. Bo Melton flanked wide left. Reed in the slot left side. About time to hear from him. Kraft on the wing right side. Under center is Jordan Love. Motion by Melton to the left, and Love back to throw. Under a blitz right away. Eludes a defender. Lofts the left side. He's got Christian Watson. Cross the 45-50 left sidelines into Lions territory. Oh, what a throw under duress by Jordan Love. Terrion Arnold forced him out of bounds downfield. 29-yard pickup for the Packers to the Detroit 45.
Great focus by Jordan Love, eluding Jack Campbell in the backfield.
Campbell came in clean.
And having the wherewithal to find Christian Watson on the crosser and lay a strike in there.
Watson 4 catches, $114. Half-loaded pistol for Jordan Love on 1st and 10. Toss goes to Jacobs. Started to right, cuts it back left, and is roped down to the middle of the line between the hash marks. Over to make the tackle, Al-Quadin Muhammad. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Muhammad's one of their backup guys, obviously. And while you haven't heard of him, he's got some twitch to his game.
Yeah.
He shows up.
He does. Had a couple of plays last week in the Chicago game. Had a sack and a quarterback hit. Watson to the left side. Terrion Arnold on him. 3 receivers pulled in tight to the right, including Dontavian Wicks. In the pistol, snap to Love. Looks downfield. Waits and throws. He's got Dontavian Wicks. Best spins by defender 30. He's to the 25. Inside the numbers on the left side. Inside the 20. Down to the 18-yard line of the Lions. Kirby Joseph, the deep safety, got him down. Another good late throw by Love, finding his man. And now we got an injured Lion down to the field.
I don't know if that was just the way they drew it up, because Tucker Kraft and Dontavian Wicks lined up rather parallel in close proximity. But somehow, some way, Jordan Love made it work.
Brian Branch, the man down for the Lions, up near the 35-yard line of the Packers, are in the Case IH red zone at the Detroit 19. Trailing by 3, 6:12 to go in the game.
Lions also lost Branch in the earlier meeting between the two teams. And he got booted out, if you recall.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Love heating up now. 11 of 18, 194 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions. His passer rating at the moment, 116.4. The Packers have driven to the 19-yard line of the Detroit Lions and have a 1st and 10 with 6:12 to go in the game, and Detroit by 3. John?
Well, Wayne, it looks like Brian Branch is dealing with some cramping going on in the field. They tried stretching him out. He's working his way off the field right now. But as you know, these cramping, he's got to go off the field for at least a play. And guys, listen, what a shootout we've had here in the second half. And Jordan Love with that throw to Christian Watson under duress, that's his best throw of the season. I'm telling you, over an outstretched fingertip of the defensive line's cornerback, that was an absolutely phenomenal play. Dare I say, is Jordan Love back to his Jordan Love ways?
Yeah, he might be. The third or fourth week in a row he's played well.
I think he has been for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. So Brian Branch are trying to get him loosened up at the sidelines below us. Packers up to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. 19-yard line of the Lions. 2 receivers left, 3 to the right. Love alone in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Rushes on. He has time initially. Waiting. Throws. He's got Wicks at the 10. Hammered down inside the 10 of the 7-yard line. And he is slow to get up. He was really hammered on that play as he slanted from the right side to the left, and he's still down on the field. Just a big-time hit. Now Wicks is up. 12-yard gain. 1st and goal, Green Bay now. Packers bidding for the lead score. We're under 6 minutes to go in the game. The Lions are leading by 3, and the Packers coming right back at them.
Wicks getting open on a pivot route. The Packers used to do a lot more of those. Added them to the practice routine this week where a receiver bursts one way and then doesn't break out that way. He pivots back and goes to the inside of the field.
We've been seesawing throughout this second half. Can the Packers seesaw back into the lead? They have it, 1st and goal, 7-yard line of Detroit. Bo Melton wide to the left side. Sims moved to the tight end spot, left side of the line. Watson split wide right. Love under center. Jacobs the lone setback. Love give Jacobs up the middle, plowing to the 5 right hash marks, and that's about it. Maybe move that pile forward to the 4, but he did not get a generous spot of the ball. They mark it just outside the 5.
That was just a scrum.
Yep.
On both sides of the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal to go, gain of barely a yard. Football just outside the 5-yard line of Detroit. Packers bidding for the lead in the 4th quarter. 3 receivers bunch on the left. Out of that bunch, Reed moves in motion to the offensive backfield. Fully loaded shotgun, Jordan Love. Watson split wide right. Snap to Love. He looks, he waits, he scrambles right. He throws right side, got his man, and is into the end zone. Jacobs for a touchdown. Penalty markers are down. Oh, my goodness. I think a penalty is going to wipe this out. Yep. Oh, goodness.
Pass interference. Offense. Number 9. 10-yard penalty.
The real gut wrencher there was away from the action. Josh Jacobs would have been open whether the interference was going on or not.
And I don't think it was an intentional pick by Watson, but it was. He did make contact, and so now the Packers have it. Still 2nd down. Football is out of the 15-yard line of Detroit. This is a goal-to-go situation. Green Bay trailing by 3. 4:32 to go in the game. And here they are to the line of scrimmage. Malik Heath wide to the left side. Christian Watson in motion to the slot of the left. In the shotgun is Jordan Love. Reed motions to the left side. Long count, snap to Love. 4-man rush. Love waits, still looking. Dancing, throwing, left side, and threw it away out of play. 3rd down, goal to go coming up. Lions only brought 4. Packers were equal to the task. Nobody got open downfield. Detroit is one of the best pass defenses in pro football, and we're seeing why here tonight.
You mentioned it before, Wayne. They came in with an opponent passer rating of 74.9, number one.
3 receivers bunch on the left. Watson to the right. 3rd down, goal to go, just outside the 15. Love in the shotgun. They get motion from Kraft to the left. Snap to Jordan Love. 4-man rush. Love steps up, takes it himself, scrambles to his right, stiff arms his way by a man, but he's taken and thrown down to the play. That was Ezekiel Turner who knocked him down inside the 15. And it is 4th down, Green Bay, a gain of just 2. So the field goal unit comes on. This game may come down to who has the ball last. But to get the thing tied, they need this. 32-yard field goal attempt. Off the toe of Brandon McManus. Matt Orzik on the snap. Daniel Whelan down on one knee. Waits for the snap. Here it is. Placement made. Kick to the uprights. And it is straight through and good. So the Packers get it tied. 3:38 to go in Detroit. 31 apiece. We're tied. Packers Radio, presented by American Family Insurance. You're listening to Packers Football.
And get your free Howie bread with any online order of $25 or more. Order now on HungryHowies.com or download the Hungry Howie's app. Now that's how we do a deal. Online carryout or delivery.
Hungry
Howie's.
No matter how you power up, let Ford be your starting line. With a wide range of powertrain options, our 2024 lineup is designed to move the way you need. Get the job done with an F-Series truck made to do. Chase down the horizon in a Bronco made to tackle any type of terrain. Or measure your heartbeat in miles per hour with a Mustang Mach-E made to thrill. Whatever you're looking for, the power is in your hands. Gas, hybrid, diesel, or all electric. With Ford, the power is yours.
Back at Ford Field, 31-31, Packers and Lions. Green Bay about to kick it off to Detroit. Sack recap for the night brought to you by Blue Flame Propane. We bring the heat. Green Bay 1 sack, 3 quarterback hits. Detroit 1 sack, 6 quarterback hits. We have not had a kickoff return tonight.
No, and McManus just ran to the sideline. Looked like he was double-checking with a coach to see what the strategy was. Not sure if we'll see a kickoff, but that was, you normally don't see the kicker running to the sideline to get an adjustment before the ball's kicked.
Well, it's Vaki and Reynolds back deep. Let's see what he got. Looks like a little longer run-up than he's been using. And he's going to send this one to the back of the end zone. That will not be returnable. Taken by Vaki, 5 yards deep. Out will come the Lions and Jared Goff. So here we go. 3:38 to play in the game. 31-31. Lions have 3 timeouts left. Green Bay has 2.
And you'd like to see maybe a little bit of tempo, Lomas, but not that panic tempo where we got to get to the ball. We got to get to the line. We got to make adjustments. You still have the playbook wide open for you if you're Ben Johnson and Jared Goff.
Goff up under center. Single back is Gibbs on first down. Jared turns, fakes to Jameer, sets in the pocket, looks, throws, got a man that's caught. J-Mo, the toe tap across the 45 and out at the 49-yard line. Number 9 with a nice catch and great awareness to get both feet down, gain of 19.
Great job to go into our run-looking formation, meaning we had 2 tight ends. That's kind of a run-heavy formation. Nice job of Jared raising up, throwing that dart to J-Mo on the sideline.
J-Mo 5 catches, 80 yards tonight. Lions first down at their own 49. Goff in behind center. Takes the snap, turns, fakes to Jameer, boots to the right. Now he throws
45 to the 40, broke down at the 40-yard line of Green Bay, outside the numbers on the far right side. Stokes and Anderson collaborate for the Packers. Loss of Williams in the secondary, loss of Bullard in the secondary, and the Packers starting to feel it.
Packers better put the brakes on soon. Bates has got a long this year of 58.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And in here, he can boot a 64-yarder. We know that. Laporta wide to the right side, 2 receivers to the left. Well, Laporta moves in motion to the wing on the right side. Single back offense for Jared Goff. Under 3 minutes to go in the game, we're tied. Here's the toss. Gibbs around the right end. Gibbs is hit at the 40-yard line. Number and swarmed under. A gain of a yard down to the 39. Good pursuit by Brenton Cox and Kalen King, playing in his first NFL game. It's December. Teams are scarred up in the NFL by this time of year. The Lions certainly have their share of injuries, and then some, and the Packers have theirs. 2nd down and 9. 39-yard line of Green Bay, tied at 31, nearing the 2-minute warning. Again, Detroit has all 3 of its timeouts remaining. Goff in the shotgun, stacked to the left side, single receiver to the right. And here's the snap. Goff sets and fires right flat. Got his man. This scored it out of bounds. Gibbs, nice play made on the far sidelines. Isaiah McDuffie playing terrific football, gain of just 2. 3rd down now for Detroit. 3rd and 7.
That inside linebacking is tough duty. You've got to be strong enough to handle the running responsibilities, but agile and fast enough to cover backs out of the backfield like Gibbs. And all Isaiah does is make plays.
Receivers right and left. A trio bunch on the left side. Single receiver to the right, Patrick. Press coverage from Stokes. Snap to
Quay's coming.
And here's the swing pass. Left side, Gibbs slips a defender and is hammered down inside the 30. Along the left hash mark, driven down by Devontae Wyatt. 1st down, Detroit Lions on an 8-yard gain. They needed 7, they got 8.
This is the 2-minute warning.
Wow.
They mark it at the 30-yard line of Green Bay.
Packers, Wayne, were blitzing Quay Walker, which is an ideal time to throw a screen. So it was a good play for the situation.
And this is an ideal time to take a break. Minute 55 to go, tied at 31. Lions on the drive. Packers Radio, presented by American Family Insurance. You're listening to Packers Football. Warning presented by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council. Feel the power with a career as a union laborer. Learn more at LiunaWisconsin.org. The Lions have driven to the 30-yard line of Green Bay. We're tied at 31 apiece. Minute 55 to go for the game, and Jared Goff ducks in under center, directing traffic. He gets motion to the right side by St. Brown. Single back offense. Play action to Montgomery. Goff swings it to Montgomery right flat behind a block on the right side. He's upended on the play by Keyshawn Nixon. Great tackle by the cornerback and a late flag on the play. What could that possibly be?
It's not looking good if you're a Packer fan.
Keyshawn Nixon made a great play on that tackle. Just a 2 or 3 yard gain, and now we got this flag.
Holding. Offense, number 77.
Beautiful.
10-yard penalty. 1st down.
Frank Ragnow, the guilty party, downfield on the screen. The umpteenth screen the Lions have run tonight.
So this is going to back them up. It'll be 1st down again, but now back at the 40-yard line, 1st and 20. Again, a minute 48 to go for the game. Regulation, I should say. Packers and Lions tied at 31. Detroit still has all 3 of its timeouts. Green Bay has 2 of theirs. This has lived up to billing. A battle of heavyweights in the NFC North. Ball on the left hash mark, 40-yard line of Green Bay. Detroit working from right to left, and Goff ducks in under center. They empty the backfield now. 3 tight ends on the game, and here's the handoff to the running back, Montgomery, and he's met by a wave of white-clad Green Bay Packers and turned back. Kenny Clark led the way. Quay Walker was also there. Boy, those 2 veterans in the middle of that Green Bay defense doing a whale of a job.
Charge timeout. Green Bay. This is the 32nd. Timeout.
It's a gain of 3 yards. It is 2nd and 17. And the Lions obviously are trying to milk the clock. They feel like they're in field goal range now.
And Wayne, when you look at the caliber of the Lion running backs, the Packers have done a pretty darn good job versus the running game.
Oh,
tonight.
Absolutely. No question, Rock. I mean, no doubt about that. I mean, the Lions rushing, they're up to 107 yards, but they came in averaging, 150 yards rushing a game, $154. 2nd down for Detroit now. 2nd and 17, ball of the 37 of Green Bay. 2 receiver stack on the right. They've got a tight end split on the left. In the shotgun, here's the snap to Goff. Blitz on. They pick it up. Goff in the pocket waiting. Fires it deep over the middle. It is caught. St. Brown inside the 25. Thrown down on the 20-yard line. They beat Keyshawn Nixon. He made the stop. That's about a 17-yard gain to move the chains, and that's a backbreaker with 91 seconds to go.
Keyshawn complaining about offensive pass interference. Obviously, no call is going to be coming.
The previous play is under review.
Previous play is under review. Rock, I'm looking at a replay. I'm not sure what. Boy, McDuffie got cartwheeled down in the middle in that blitz.
Got right up, though, and got Goff's face.
I don't know what they're reviewing. Maybe the placement of the ball. And apparently that's what they're doing. He's short of the first down.
After replay assistance, the runner was short of the line to gain. The ball replaced at the 20.5-yard line. Again, by rule, when replay changes the result of the play, we must run 10 seconds. 3-second game clock at 1:37. But in lieu of the 10-second runoff, Green Bay is elected to take their 3rd and final charge timeout.
There was an unscheduled timeout early in the 3rd quarter. The replay was done from New York, and to be honest with you guys, I don't know how they overruled the call on the field, but they did. And now it's 3rd and 1.
One of those knee-touching deals?
Maybe. The angle we saw didn't look like it, but they may have had a better angle, and so they make the call. It's 3rd and 1. 1:27 to go on the clock. We're tied at 31 apiece.
The problem remains they're in chip shot range.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And their goal is to pick up the first down and then grind the clock, wind the clock. Packers are out of. Packers have 1 timeout left. Goff under center, he takes on the handoff, and getting the call, Montgomery, and he's taken down short of the 20-yard line. Zane Anderson, nice play by the backup safety to make the hit. And it is 4th down again, Detroit. Well, you're Dan Campbell. You're sitting here saying, wait a minute. 67 seconds ago, do you take the lead field goal here? Nope, you're not going to. Offense stays on the field. The Packers have stopped him on 4th downs before.
And I'll tell you what, Dan Campbell is the only coach in the league that would do this.
He's 3 of 4 on 4th downs in this game. Packers stopped him on their last 4th down earlier in the second half.
Charge timeout, Detroit.
He's still the only coach who would do this.
Timeout.
So timeout taken. John Kuhn, what do you have down there?
Listen, guys, Bates is over there kicking on the sideline. I mean, I understand what Dan Campbell's at this point in time.
Will the scoreboard operator please remove Green Bay's last timeout? The timeout that we charged him was their last timeout. Thank you very much.
But honestly, Wayne, I just cannot believe a coach would go for it. I understand if you get this first down, you can ensure in regulation only you get a shot at kicking a field goal. But this is absolutely crazy, guys. And we've seen Dan Campbell do crazy things before. But once again, he just continues to amaze us.
Well, hey, John, last week he had Penei Sewell throw a pass, or try to throw a pass, before he was sacked.
Offense heading back in. It is 4th down A little bit less than a yard to go. Football outside the Green Bay 20. Tied at 31. 43 seconds to go in the game.
Okay, boys.
Packers are out of timeouts. Lions have 2. Can they get a stop here? Because if they don't, this game is essentially over on a made field goal. Jared Goff has taken a quarterback sneak at a couple occasions tonight. Be ready for that. And Goff stumbles, gives to Montgomery, breaks through off right tackle, riding the wave off right tackle, inside the 15, and down he goes at the 14-yard line of Green Bay, gain of 6. Brendan Cox made the stop. Goff, as he took it from center, apparently one of his guards stepped on his foot. He lunged, got the ball to Montgomery, and the rest is Katie by the door.
We got a Packer down.
By rule, inside of 2 minutes, we must charge the injured player a timeout. Since Green Bay is out of timeouts, we will charge them a 4th excess timeout.
Keyshawn Nixon, the injured Packer, down to the field. And he has played so well this year, folks. He's been everything you want in a physical corner. Now he's up under his own power and heading to the sidelines. He has to come out for this play. But here are the Lions. 31 apiece, we're tied. 25 seconds to go.
Is elected to have a set the play clock to 40 seconds and wind the clock on the ready for play. My signal.
So they add some time on the clock here. The Packers are out of timeouts.
Please set the game clock to 28 seconds, please. 2-8.
Packers are late in getting their personnel squared away out there, it looks like. Kenny Clark comes back on. Devontae Wyatt goes off, along with Colby Wooden. The Lions have it at the 14-yard line of Green Bay. Tied at 31, 28 seconds to go is what they have on the clock right now. That was different from what the official had said. And now they wind the clock. And here are the Lions to the line of scrimmage. Goff up to the line of scrimmage, under center. Double tight ends in the game. Goff takes, rolls left, slides to a stop. He lost about 3 yards on the play. They're just trying to set up Bates where he wants to kick this field goal. And they're winding it down probably to 3 seconds. John Kuhn.
Second. Timeout before. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Well, Wayne, here, listen, I'm going to tell you, this is going to be a chip shot field goal. This is going to be what looks like just outside the extra point for the Detroit Lions here. And I got to tell you, earlier, the Green Bay Packers got really close to blocking one of Jake Bates' extra points. In fact, it even looked like it went off of one of their defensive linemen's fingers as it went through the field goal post. I tried to check with Brandon McManus. He thought the same thing happened. So, hey, maybe we can get a hand up and maybe Carl Brooks can do something crazy.
All right, here we go, guys. Here we go.
Back to the Bear game.
35-yard field goal attempt off the left hash. His lone miss this year from 45 yards. He has missed a PAT. A little bit longer than a PAT. Here's the field goal try. Jake Bates, snap, placement by Fox. Bates kick to the uprights, and it is good. And the Detroit Lions, in a hard-fought victory over the Green Bay Packers, win again, their 11th win in a row, 34-31 over the Packers. What a ball game.
The Lions also earn a trip to the playoffs. I never thought that was in doubt, but they also get that out of the deal.
The win clinches a playoff berth for Detroit and keeps them atop the NFC, regardless of what happens this weekend. Packers Radio presented by American Family Insurance. Detroit 34, Green Bay 31. This is the Packers Radio Network.